What's up? What's up? Late night Saturday, y'all. Late night Saturday. What's up, Daniel? How's it going, man? How's it going, Mr. Daniel? How's the sports stuff going, man? Hey, Lisa, what's up? Yeah, we got a late one tonight. What are you still doing up? Y'all still doing up so late? Y'all are up so late. I know you still can't be out there working, Lisa. It's too late to be out there. Late to be out there still. Nothing really too crazy to talk about tonight. We're just doing a live stream. Like, what the? Why not? In bed. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, really not too much to talk about. Just said, what the fuck? Come on here. So anybody can bring up whatever they want to talk about something specific. We can talk about it. How's everything? Where you at? Everything good out there? Weather good? Everything good out there for you? What do we got here? Weather here is finally getting normal. We have some sun. Gotcha. Yeah, it's normal here. Hot as shit. Hot as ass out here. Usual hot. Let's see. What did Dino do? Any new Dino? Yeah. Oh, the rating systems issue. Should we do a Dino? He gets a little upset sometimes when I do. Let's put the link just in case anybody wants to come up. Just in case anybody wanna come up, we'll put the link here for them. Yeah. Let's see. We go through 9 months of snow and then a handful of tornadoes. God damn. Well, you can do without the tornado shit. That shit's kind of crazy. That shit's kind of crazy. I didn't know you guys got tornadoes out there. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Oh, back to what it was.
In this video, we're going to provide a little more detail.
We're gonna do a Dino recap here. Dino recap. Let's see what he's talking about with the ratings. See if we agree on something. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Let's see if we agree on something here.
Details and a better understanding. And we need the audience to provide us with a yes or a no in the comments. Okay? It's about the rating system and the metric system and the tier system. It keeps coming back and back and back and back and back again. Okay? Henry made a video talking about it. I made a response video about it. I added something new into it. And I know Pedro watches my videos, but he made a second video about the same thing, and pretty much no extra information. It was the same exact video of the first one. And not try to mention anything that I said in my video, which helps in this situation, which provides a little bit more detail. But I guess, in my opinion, it will not benefit his argument, and that's why I believe he will never mention it, so I'm going to mention it in this video. And here we go. Now, we can all understand this. The majority of delivery drivers know that the metric system, the rating system, and the tier system, they are being manipulated by the gig economy companies, and that's the bottom line. Ask the people, ask the delivery drivers themselves, see what they have to say.
Their business, they can do what they want. All right, let's go.
Now, why are these delivery drivers downloading or buying fake accounts with perfect tier, top tier, and top ratings, and top everything?
Most of them are buying accounts because they don't have a legal form of income. They're either illegal. They've lost their account for some reason. There's lots of reasons for that. Could be the ratings. It's possible. But there's lots of other reasons, not just the one rating.
Why are they doing that? Why are they downloading bots?
They want to do it because they want 3 or 4, the ability to make more money because if they got 3 or 4 accounts, they can have 3 or 4 accounts going at one time so they can catch more orders. There's all kinds of reasons.
And third-party applications. Why are they doing that? You need to ask yourself, why are they using glitches?
Because gig workers are known to cheat. If there's a way to get around the system to cheat, they're going to do it. If they can find a way to, they can find a way to manipulate the system, just like you're complaining that app companies fucking manipulate the system. If drivers can find a way to do it, they're going to do it as well.
Why are they doing it? Because they know. For example, like DoorDash. DoorDash will like to dangle a carrot, and you keep reaching for that carrot, but you will never grab it. It was done by design.
Yeah, and yet you still work for them, you still do them, and you're still complaining about them. So I guess it works. I guess you guys are living proof it works. I guess that dangling the carrot is you guys are living proof it works because you still do it. So
it's to help them. It's to help the gig economy companies.
No shit, Sherlock. They're not in business to help you. They're not in business to help anybody else but themselves. Why the fuck do people make businesses, Dino? They make businesses because they want to enrich themselves. I don't know of any business that's opened up with saying, oh, we're all about our employees. No, they're all about themselves. That's what people do business for, Dino. Come on now.
Period. Now, if they will use the tier system and the metric system and the rating system was counted fairly it was used correctly. There'll be no need to download fake accounts, bots, third party.
Well, I hope you're gonna, since you said they're not doing it fairly, I hope you're gonna explain how the metrics being used fairly is going to. I hope you're gonna explain to us what the fairly mean, what fair is. How are the metrics being used unfairly?
Applications and using glitches, there'll be no purpose to it if the shit was working correctly. But since we know that the system is deliberately, and the fact is, I don't believe that this shit will ever change. The best option is to totally remove it, because they can still steal your offers, because they can buy accounts that are perfect, and you have
okay. Well, I don't know what you mean by steal your offers. They're DoorDash's offers. They're not your offers. They're DoorDash offers.
been doing it for 5 years, and here's somebody that started today with a fake account showing all the ratings 100%, top tier. You watch him walk right in on his first day and grab 3-4 bags.
Okay, so if they decide to buy an account that is top tier everything, then why don't you get top tier then? Then why don't you get, if you want to combat it, either buy one yourself or get yourself up at top tier. If you know the system works, that the higher the ratings, the better the ratings, the more you're going to get ability, then don't sit at that bottom ass of the metric system. Get your ass up there. Put yourself in the position to get the same orders they're getting with their perfect with yours. Don't. If you know the tier system works as, if you have this high of a rating, that high of a rating guarantees you bigger orders, and you're being nitpicky, you're picking your orders, and you're at the bottom shit end of the order, what do you expect? What do you expect? How do you think it's going to work? You can't be at the bottom of the shit order or the ratings order and then bitch about the people at the top of the order. Get your account to the top of the order, or go buy one that is at the top of the order. It's a simple thing. Simple fix.
Very high payouts.
Instead of getting rid of them, either get your account up to the status it needs to be, or go buy one that has the status already there. Those are your two options.
And you're still sitting out there looking at the clouds, just scratching your head. What's going on? And you could be at a 90, 95%. So what's the point? Even when we have it, we can still.
And what is your proof that these people that are buying all these accounts are getting all the best orders? What is your proof of that? Show us your proof. Gotta have proof.
Steal your orders. They can still use a glitch.
They're not stealing your shit. They're not stealing your orders, because there might be somebody out there with a perfectly good account that's putting in the work, that got those levels on their own. They don't have it. They could be taking your orders as well. So to blame it on all these people with just stolen accounts is the reason you're not getting orders, that's bullshit. We'll call bullshit on that. Because there's people out there with legit accounts that go through above and beyond to get the fucking shit. So come on.
And be perfect on the app. And use bots and applications. What's the point? And what's the difference? Here's the difference. The difference is, the way things are right now, these drivers that have these fake accounts, or they download these accounts and they pay for these accounts on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatnot, they don't steal just one order. They'll steal all the orders from you. All the ratings are top. They'll steal all the orders from you, and you're left with $2 and $3 and $4 and $5 payouts all day.
So what the end result is? Get rid of all metrics. You're saying that if you get rid of all metrics, that you're going to get all these big paying orders, Dino? Is that what you're saying?
When you remove the whole metric and rating tier system, everybody will get good offers and bad offers.
They'll never remove it. They're going to always reward the people that put in the most work. And whether they bought the account with the high metrics or they did it on their own, they're going to reward those people, Dino. That's how it works. They don't want you sitting there on your ass, declining fucking the orders and just sitting there waiting. The days of cherry picking are pretty much done. And that's what you're doing. You're sitting there cherry picking. And they don't like that. They want people out there working. And so the people that are putting in the work are going to get rewarded with the work. That's how it is.
Evenly and spread out evenly to every driver out there. This way, no one driver will be taking all the good offers and the other driver gets all the shitty offers.
Where's your proof of this? Where's your proof of this, Dino?
That's the difference right there.
Got to have proof of this, Dino.
And because we know these companies will never fix this shit because it benefits them, the only solution is to totally remove it. The other option will never happen. Like having a correct rating and metric and tier system correctly and count.
Okay, then you tell us what is a correctly. Tell us what is correctly. You saying it's not correct. Tell us what's correct, Dino. Tell us what is a correct one.
Fairly and evenly with every delivery driver there. That's never going to happen. You know, that's not.
Well, what is your idea of a fair rating system, Dino? What is your idea of a fair rating system? You can't say this one's not a fair rating system. If you don't have what are you trying to put it up against, Dino? That's what I'm trying to say. What is a fair one, Dino? What's fair? You take 99% of the orders given to you. Your on-time ratings. You're always on time with your deliveries. You're always on time with your pickups. You're always on time with whatever. And then they get rewarded the better orders. What is your solution besides? Yeah. Oh. Here we go with this bullshit again. Let's refresh here. Are we working now? No. All right. Let's see. Back to where we were doing. Come on, StreamYards. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get rid of this fucking internet. Get rid of this fucking internet. We'll see whenever it decides to do its thing here. Yeah, I know it's unresponsive. StreamYard's unresponsive. Do. Every fucking time and other times. Fucking StreamYard. I know. StreamYard's trash. Does it every fucking time. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, right. All right. Let's get back to what we were doing here. So, Dino, what's a fair rating system? You got to tell us.
All these cats have been in and out of court left and right every year. Scoundrels. Greedy sons of bitches. They're getting away with everything. Slap on the wrist. We know who they are by now. So we know this shit, it's never going to work in our favor. It's always going to be in their favor. Just like with the first glitch. How long were we using the first glitch before it leaked out on a live stream? For 9 months they were using it. And they were making videos saying, oh, I made $500 today. Another guy pops on a video, I made $600 today one day. And we got truck drivers who got top CDL licenses that get paid very, very well. They don't make.
You almost give me the feeling that your butt hurt because you didn't know about the glitch. Would you be so upset about the glitch if you knew what the glitch was and you were doing the glitch? Would you be this upset about it? I don't know. Probably doubt it, but
Make that much money a day. But some DoorDasher with 1 day experience, he makes $600, $500 a day. Like magic, snap his fingers, he's the best driver in the fucking planet. We know how they did. Let's not kid ourselves and play fucking games around this shit. They're not.
the only thing glitch did was raise your acceptance rate. That's all it did. Raise your acceptance rate. Didn't do anything else.
Baker is full of himself. Of course he's full of himself. It's all about making content. Give us all the details, man. It's not about one thing. We want to hear all the details.
He gives you all kinds of details. Catering apps, this app, that app. He gives you all the I don't know what you guys mean. He's not giving the details. What details?
Why don't you mention about people downloading?
He does like 13 different apps. You do 3 apps. He's already explained all that.
Accounts. You already made the video. Why don't you put that into this issue? But people can still steal your orders by buying fake accounts with an existing system that they have. They can use a glitch and steal.
What? If Pedro does a video, you somehow think it's going to get fixed or something? Like, okay, he does a video about it. And then what? They still do it. So what's the point of making a video about it? Ain't going to change anything.
All your orders. How about that? Why was that not mentioned? And so what Right Said Rodia did, he doesn't believe the stuff that Right Said Rodia is doing, and try to counter-argue the state of Colorado. Forget Colorado for now in this argument. How about the stuff that I'm talking about? They're downloading illegal fucking shit. Everything's perfect. And they're still getting away with it. And the companies know about it, that this is going on. And they never try to put a stop to it. And you guys said the same thing in your channel. Pedro said the same thing in his channel about the same video. So what does that leave us? I don't get this shit, man. People know.
You know where it gets you? Right where you're at. Right where you're at. You know these companies are there and they're going to do it to you every time. That's why I don't know why you guys still do them. You guys still do them. I'm sure there's other jobs out there you could be doing. But I think you guys like being treated like fucking redheaded stepchildren. You guys keep doing it. You know it's going to be out there. You know they're not going to change it. Making videos, yelling and screaming about it ain't going to change it. So,
to make it in this freaking game, okay, it's the cheat because the game is fucking rigged.
And whether it's you making a video, Tort making a video, Pedro making a video, blah, 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 ain't going to change a fucking thing. Ain't going to change a fucking thing. All you're doing is you're blabbering to empty fucking ears, bro. They're not going to change anything because fucking 10 people on the internet are blabbering about it. That's all there is to it.
Hey, Talk already know that. Talk figured that out. Woo, a while ago.
Okay, everybody figured out the companies were fucking you. So it's everybody has said it. There's plenty of channels out there long before Tort said anything that said the company ain't there for you. So stop with the nonsense. You guys act like this is something brand new over the last year. And, oh my God, Jesus Christ. People have been talking bad about gig work for fucking 5-6 years now. You guys act like it's a brand new fucking thing. I swear to God, dude.
Go. You figure that out. But no help from the channels. No help at all.
It doesn't matter. There's no help of the channels. Channels ain't gonna do nothing. Channels ain't gonna fucking change nothing. The fuck that you think DoorDash gives a fuck about 3 or 4 people on YouTube yelling and screaming because they can't make no money? Like, come on.
Because the channels will tell you, oh, you can make $1 million a day while they're using fucking glitches, downloading fucking illegal apps.
What's up, Vega?
Using applications and bots and shit. You think how stupid this argument is? Do you believe somebody's going to make a video online? Because I've seen tons of those videos from tons of content creators that come out and say, oh, I made $600 today, and I used the cheat. I used the glitch.
Of course they're not. They're not going to tell you they're cheating. Why would they tell you their secrets? Gig workers are all about themselves, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about you, Dino. The next gig worker sitting in the car next to you, Dino, don't give a fuck about you. When Vegas is at the airport waiting for a ride, the person standing next to him waiting for a ride don't give a fuck about him. So why do you think they're going to tell you anything? And if you ain't in the loop, Dino, then nobody's going to tell you shit. They ain't going to tell you shit. This whole idea that you think everybody gives a fuck about you or other people care about you is wrong, bro. That's why you don't get it. Every gig worker is out for themselves. Gig workers are out to make themselves the most money possible. And anybody that tells you differently is full of shit.
Have you seen anybody say that? Only one person said that. But he didn't say it that way. He said that I found a glitch by accident, and I'm using it, and it helps someone. And it's not all that it seems to be. Having the high stats and all that, it's not all what it looks
All it did was raise your acceptance rate. Do you know it didn't do anything else?
like. Okay? There you go. And he's the only one who had the balls to say that. How many millions of motherfuckers out there, delivery drivers, were using glitch, bots, illegal accounts? Nobody made a video to talk about it and confess about it.
Because they're not gonna fucking they're not gonna come on here and lie. Come on, bro, stop. You know why? Hey, Dino, if you go out and rob a bank tonight, you gonna tell everybody you robbed the bank? The fuck? What the fuck you expect? You expect these people to come on here and tell you what they did? Come on, bro. You're making no sense. Come on, you're not making any fucking sense. You expect people to come on here. Oh, I robbed the convenience store today. I made $600 because I robbed the convenience store. You think they're gonna come on YouTube and fucking tell everybody they did that? No. So what makes you think that gig workers are gonna come on here and tell everybody they're cheating? Stop.
Nobody. We had to push Sin City deliveries to the limits. We pushed the son of a bitch to the wall. And then the son of a bitch confessed. Did he? Did he confess? Did he confess?
Bro, there was a lot of people using that glitch. So what? Like I said, you sound butthurt because you didn't know about the glitch. That's what it sounds like. You weren't in the loop. You didn't know about it. You sound butthurt because you didn't get to use it. The only people bitching about the glitch are the people that didn't get to use it. That's the only people that bitch about it. Are the people that didn't have the opportunity to cheat with the rest of them. Is that what you're mad about? You didn't get to cheat? Everybody else got to cheat and you didn't get to. That's what it sounds like.
Everybody was praising Sin City deliveries. They were praising on him. Oh, he's the king. Well, meantime, he's cheating motherfucker. Everybody had that shit under lock and key. Everybody was hush about it. How stupid this fucking society with delivery drivers have become. That's the truth. That's the facts. The game is fucking rigged. 100%. It's a fact. It's embedded in freaking stone. And you can take that to the bank. People who are making $100,000 to $200,000 a year, they're using something. Oh, yes, they do. They're not going to tell you about it. Oh, I'm doing it legit. I'm a super driver.
How many? You know how many million gig workers out there, Dino? Not every gig worker is on fucking YouTube. Why would they tell you anything? Jay does gig work. You don't see him with the YouTube channel. Like, who cares? There's a lot of people out there breaking the system, making their money. They don't need to come on YouTube. They don't want to come on YouTube. They're too busy working.
Nah, I don't use that stuff. What about this? Nah, I don't use that either. I do it legit. And I make $1 million a year doing this shit. You think if they didn't do that, otherwise they're gonna confess to it? Just like Sin City deliveries? They pushed that son of a bitch to the wall to the extreme for him to confess. How shitty this whole fucking thing is.
And guess what? If you go to Sin City Deliveries channel, he's still making bank. So what's your point? So he used the glitch. He doesn't use the glitch now, and he's still making money. So what?
Has become. It has turned into. It's a shame. It's a fucking shame that we're trying to flower it up and dress it up nice, a very serious freaking issue. And try to call it out something that it's not. It's definitely not what it's been called out. It's definitely not.
How long has it been called out for, Dino? How long has it been called out for, Dino? Has it changed? Has anything changed, Dino? That's the question. No matter how much you talk about it, how many times you call it out, is anything changed? The answer is no, then what's the point of calling it out? If it's not going to change, no reason to keep calling it out.
We were dressing it up and we're fluffing it up to make it look like, oh, it's a good thing. Like it's legit the way it is. And because the way it's broken as it is, how many millions of drivers have been deactivated because of a broken rating system and tier system and metric system? It's all broken.
Yeah, and how many people have been deactivated because of their own bullshit? They come on YouTube crying and playing they were fucking deactivated, only to find out that they got deactivated for real legit reasons. So, come on.
All twisted. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, oh, it's important. It is important if it's legit. But we don't play by that game. These companies don't play legit. They don't play fair and square, these companies. Okay? They're a bunch of shysters. That's what they are.
Okay, well, tell us. If you don't feel it's legit, why aren't you at the top tier? Why don't you get to the top tier and tell us if it's legit or not? That's the only way you're going to find out if it works or not. You got to get there.
A bunch of shysters.
And if you're sitting there saying that it's because all these people buy accounts that have high ratings are all the ones getting order, then why aren't you trying to get your account up to the top rating? You can't sit at the bottom and complain about other people at the top. Because if you choose to stay at the bottom, then you're gonna get the bottom. You got to get your way to the top. You got to get your way to the top. And if you're not willing to get your way to the top, or you want something changed so it makes you feel better that you're on the bottom and you want more, then fuck that. That's not gonna how it's gonna work. They're always gonna take care of the people on the top. So it's up to you as gig worker Dino to get yourself up to the top. And if you don't want to go to the top on your own, don't expect the companies to do it for you because they're not. They don't care about you.
There you go. I said it. And you can take that to the bank too, son of a bitch. I'm up there in this shit.
You're up to there, but yeah, you still do it.
Doing fucking deliveries for more than 15 years. I'm doing pizza deliveries. I got owners, places that I moved from one place to another. I got the old owners of these restaurants calling me back.
Then why don't you go back? If it's so much greater than what you're dealing with, then why don't you go back? If you got all these opportunities, instead of bitching and complaining about gig work, why don't you go back?
You know, we want you back. Oh, they're doing that because I'm a bad driver or am I good driver? Fucking slap every motherfucker out there. And then the fucking wannabe trolls coming out and want to.
We're not saying you're a bad driver. Your metrics say you're a bad driver. Because if you're at the bottom tier of the metrics, then you're a bad driver to them. It's not us calling you a bad driver. It's them.
Flex their muscles and calling me names. They don't have an ounce on them. An ounce. When you call them out, they disappear like a bunch of roaches. They only last for a few period of time to do that, and then they get find out, and then they disappear. Out to the sunset. I'm gonna go on a platform, and they're gonna tell me, this is my rating. Really? If you were rating me in the private sector, I will have all hundreds. But all of a sudden, I get into the gig economy. In order for me to get 100, I got to take a $2 going 20 miles.
There you go. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to get to the top. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have reached the top by taking those $2 orders, you know. So.
There. I gotta do charity work. I gotta take money out of my pockets so I can get that 100% on all my ratings.
That's how private business are, Dino. That's how being a business owner is. There's lots of business owners out there, Dino, that have to reach in their pocket when times are tough to pay to get more, to either pay to get more business, pay to get more product, to keep their business afloat. It happens all the time. You're your own business, Dino. You got to take the consequences of being your own business, Dino. So there's business owners that do it every day.
And I got to kiss ass.
Yeah, you got to be their bitch. You're their bitch. You got to be their bitch. They want you to do something. You don't want to do it. Then you sit your ass at the bottom and get the bottom feeder bullshit. You want to be a good bitch? Then get your shit up there and you can be a good bitch, and then they'll take care of you. But until then, you want to fight and be you want to be the rebel and shit like that, then sit at the bottom and then constantly complain. Or be a good bitch and go do what they want. Because the ones that want to be the good bitches are the ones that are going to get the rewards. So
I didn't have to do any of that. I was 100. They called me back in the private sector. They constantly wanted me back to work for them. Okay?
Then why don't you go back? You don't have to worry about all this stress of gig work.
Because I was 100. 15 years experience doing deliveries. I get the orders to get Uber Eats. And then we play their shenanigans in their fucking stupid games. And give me this rating, which is a 4.
Two totally different scenario, Dino. You can't compare DoorDash and Uber Eats to a W-2 job. Why you can't even compare the two. So it's a poor comparison.
Rating. It's a rigged rating, and that's why it is phony as hell. And we're going to keep this thing. Maybe wants to have this thing in there the way it is. Maybe there's a purpose to it. In my opinion, it looks like he wants it in there. Maybe we're using something that can manipulate the rating system. He's not going to tell us. Or any other content creator is not going to tell us. Only one content creator had the balls to say it. Fuck out of here with this shit. I'm up to here with this shit. It's fucking sickening. It's tiresome. This shit, it's getting people fucking tired and sick. We have turned the app into a quantum physics. It's like Encyclopedia Britannica with all these fucking shits that's in there. For picking up a big pepperoni pizza and delivering to the customer's house, it's become rocket science.
Not really. You guys make it rocket science. It's not. Same thing. Go there, pick up the food, drop it off. Accept and decline. It's all the fucking same.
No, we don't need any of that. We need a simple app. What do we need to do? I'm picking up a large pepperoni pizza and delivering it there, and that's that. That's it. That's that, for Christ's fucking sakes.
And that's all you do. That's all you do. So I don't know. What are you saying? What are you saying that you're doing different? You got to take a picture of it? Like, what are you saying is different?
How more sophisticated you want this shit to be? Like, we weren't doing that before the gig economy. Like, we weren't picking up a lot of pepperoni pizza and delivering to the customer's home. That wasn't a thing before the gig economy. But now it is. Fuck out of here with this fucking bullshit. People starting the gig economy, they think that they know all that. I've been doing this 15, 20 years before this gig economy, stupid ass gig economy came out. Fuck out of here. You know how many deliveries I do an hour in the private sector before the gig economy? They would give us 5-6 orders. We can do 5-6 orders an hour. And now you're sitting out there, be lucky to make 2 orders an hour. You tell me it's a good system? Fuck out of here. This is bullshit. You people don't know shit. Let's get some people who work in the private sector. Why don't you put some comments? I want real people that work in the private sector before. Why don't you come up? Where are those people? I don't want just people that just only work in the gig economy. I want people from the private sector. My friend worked in the private sector before the gig economy at Domino's. You know how many deliveries he did on a Friday? An hour? He'll do.
Okay, once again, you can't compare the two. You're comparing two different scenarios. You're comparing Domino's has, let's say, 6 drivers on a nightly basis. You're trying to compete with hundreds of drivers on a nightly basis, Dino. It's not even a comparison. You pick some of the worst comparisons, bro. It's not even the same, not even close. You're dealing with at Domino's 6 other drivers. You're not dealing with 100 other drivers. So you're not even making sense. And I'm looking at my DoorDash right now. Okay, let's say accepted rate 41%, completion rate 99%, on time rate 100%, quality rate 100%. What is about that is so difficult or so fake and such bad things? Like what about that?
10 deliveries in an hour. You know why? Because one block will have 5 customers. Every block was fucking busy. And the money they used to make back then, you'd be lucky to make it today. Even though they were getting paid $6 an hour back then. You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky to make the tips that we're making back then, even though the tips were even lower. They were making so many fucking deliveries an hour. They will surpass that $20 an hour that we're trying to make today. They surpassed that shit back then in the freaking 90s. And we got some momos out there trying to flex their muscles, some wannabe trolls, saying otherwise. With no experience, with no history, and talk smack and talk shit.
Hey, I talk shit and I talk smack. I have history, and you people still want to say I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter if you got history or not, Dino. You guys believe what you want to believe. I've probably done more gig work than you have, Dino. Done probably more gig work than TourPass. I've done all that. You guys still call me out, tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
On my fucking videos.
Because I haven't done the same thing, except in decline in 2 years. All of a sudden, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Get the fuck out of here. Had to deal with these ratings 2 years ago. Deal with these ratings now. Ain't no fucking difference, Dino. So come on.
And leave bullshit ass comments. Like they know anything. They know fucking shit. I'll leave it at that. Catch you guys later.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I don't know. See, that's what I say. I don't know. It's what would make the getting rid of, let's see. So let's say you got rid of the acceptance rate. That I could see that's, but then again, that's kind of somewhat important, I guess. Do I believe in the ratings? It is what it is. I either accept it or I don't. It's either it is what it is. But acceptance rate. They want to know how many orders you're taking. If they're sending you fucking 100 orders and you're only taking 4, they want to know that. They want to know the next guy that's taking 25 of the 100 versus the guy that's making 4 of 100. And they want to know that. And of course, they're gonna give the guy that takes 25 more versus the guy that takes 100 fucking 4. They're gonna give the guy taking 25 more orders because they send you fucking 100 orders, you only accept 4. They're gonna give it to the one that takes more. Dead ass. Completion rate. That's just showing that you completed the orders. No different than if you were doing a W-2. You have to go to the house, drop out the food, they mark you as complete. You know, so that's reasonable. They're just telling you that you complete 99% of your orders that you take. What's wrong with that? How is that? How is that some kind of shady fucking rating that I don't understand? I don't understand how that's a shady rating. They're just rating you on making sure you complete your deliveries. If they're going to give you 4 deliveries, they're going to rate you on making sure you complete all 4 deliveries. I don't get it. On-time rate, that just shows that you're on time, that you're picking up the food on time. You're not sitting in your car for 40 fucking minutes waiting to pick up the food like some people think it's okay to do that are in this gig community. They think it's okay to do as you just sit in your car and fuck off, and then you know they want to make sure you're there on time. Quality rate. I don't know what the quality rate is. I assume that's, you know, that has to do with, I don't know what the fuck that is. That don't make sense. Maybe get rid of the quality rate. I don't know what that is. Customer rating, that's always going to be important. So I don't see what's so horrible about the rating system. You know, I got pretty decent ratings, except for my acceptance rate. All my ratings are pretty decent, and I still get doo-doo ass orders. So it really doesn't matter. I don't use a glitch. I don't know how to use the glitch. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, Dino. I don't know. But there's a link if you want to come up. But I think you give off the butt hurt, man. You give off the butt hurt bad, bro. Like your butt hurt because you missed out on something everybody else was doing. You were out of the loop. So you didn't get an opportunity to be like the rest of them. And I think that's what it is. That's the vibe I get. I'm not going to say it is, but that's the vibe I get. Like you're upset other people got a chance to cheat and make money and you didn't get the chance to cheat and make money. That's the vibes I get, man. The glitch is gone again? Fuck, I don't know, Kevin. I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. It's possible. I don't know. I have no fucking idea, bro. I don't know. If you know how to do the glitch, I don't think the glitch is gone. I don't know. I guess you'd have to use the glitch and see if it's still there. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Oh, yeah, DoorDash killed it again. Okay, cool. Well, everybody else is working on a level playing field on DoorDash right now then. Right? Then you can't say that people are using the glitch. They're on level playing field right now. So we can't keep saying the glitch if the glitch isn't out there. So we can't keep saying it's the glitch. Torp and Pedro killed it. Yeah, probably. It's possible. Well, Pedro don't even do DoorDash, so. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's you're either going to have to bow down and be their good little bitch and do what they want you to do, or you're going to suck ass and stay at the bottom. That's your choices. That's your fucking choices. That's your choice. If you don't want to conform to what they want when it comes to the app, then suck it up. Deal with the consequences. You're either going to have to conform to what they want, or sit at the bottom and bitch you're only getting $5 orders. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. You're either going to do what they want because it's their app. You signed up to be their bitch. You're either going to do it that way, or they're going to make sure you don't make money. They're going to give it to the people that want to make money. And if you're sitting in your car for 45 minutes taking one order every hour because that reaches whatever you want to take money-wise, then that's on you. That's a you thing, not a them thing. I didn't even know about the glitch. Not till later on during the thing. I didn't even know about it. And even when I was told about it, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't use it right. So it doesn't matter. So it really didn't matter. Yeah, people aren't tipping. Of course, people aren't going to tip. We know why people don't tip, Kevin. All the bad publicity from DoorDash drivers, Uber Eats driver. That's more. You know what? That's more of a concern than. Okay, here we go. Dino.
Well, I got you now.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I'm glad you came up. Dino, don't take this the wrong way.
No. I just want to say that you're misinterpreting the video. It's not for you. The video was never meant for you.
What do you mean the video ain't done for me, Dino?
Okay. Let me
Why?
say it a little bit more streetwise.
Dino,
Let me say it streetwise.
hold on, Dino. I
You've
am
been around the block. For
Hold
people
on.
who have not been around the block, it's for them.
hold on, Dino. I am still an active gig worker, Dino. Just
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying. You know this shit. You already know this shit.
So don't tell me that I'm not. It doesn't apply to me because it does apply to me. I am a gig worker. So
No, what I mean by that is that you have the experience. You already know this shit, right?
well,
fact.
no, according to people like Torp and others, they don't think I know what I'm talking about. I don't have the experience.
So when you're watching my show, you already know that shit already. But there are people in America who never been around the block. Have you been around the block? According to you, you have history. You've been in the bike club. You've been working the strip, right? As a bouncer, you've been doing gig work. You're doing your own business. Okay, so you've been around the block. Other people have not, Roy. It's for them. The video is not for you. It's for them. But I cannot make my video. Okay, I gotta make this video for these people that don't know about life, and
No,
I can somehow make it that Roy cannot see my video. I can't do that. I cannot do that.
But what are you trying to prove to? Let's say I was a new gig worker. I just started yesterday. What are you proving to me? By
Awareness. That's what I'm.
Awareness
That's what
of
what's going on out there. They're not blind as a bat when they work.
Awareness. Okay, okay, because you didn't do this in your video. So you said the rating system is all garbage. It's unfair. Okay, tell me. Okay, which rating do you want to get rid of? Acceptance rate?
Acceptance rate. Let's talk about that since you brought it up. Okay. You accept an offer, you get 1 point, right?
Uh-huh.
You decline an offer, you get minus 1 point.
Uh-huh.
But there are times where you accept an offer, you get no +1. You do 2, 3, 4, 5 offers, and you still haven't moved a point. What the fuck is that?
Well, that's because it works on it goes by every 100 orders.
Yeah, they go back to the 100th order in the past. Okay, that's a deceptive metric system that they're using. They need to use proper, accurate one for us.
It's a revolving 100. They do your ratings on a revolving 100 deliveries.
Yeah, it's a metric system for other businesses, and it's not for us when we're doing deliveries.
What do you mean?
Because when I accept an offer, I want to get that 1 point so I can count it. So I know that every time I accept an offer, I can do the math myself and know how many points I'm getting. And when I decline shit, I know. So this way, when I'm looking at the thing, if I accept this, I'm going to be minus. Or if I accept this, I'm going to get a point. But if I decline it, I'm going to get minus 1 point. So I know how to make a decision.
Okay, but think about it. Okay,
I don't know what my 100th delivery was. If it was an accepted or positive, the 100th delivery, I gotta go in the past. So since I don't have all that information on me, I'm not gonna have a mega computer in the car to look at all my 100th delivery in the past to know what the next one is gonna be, a plus or a minus. That's bullshit. That's deceptive. Think about that. I gotta know what my 100th delivery was to know if I'm gonna get a point on that.
Well, you would know what your 100 delivery was. If you have 100% acceptance rate, that means out of 100 orders, you took 100 orders.
Yeah, but we don't. Because it's mixed. If you got 50% or 40% acceptance rate, you don't know which ones, how many of those accepted and declined in the past.
That means if I got a 41%, if you go by what you said and you get a point for every order you pick up, I only have a 41% acceptance rate. That means out of the last 100 deliveries DoorDash offered me, I only took 41 of them.
Yeah, but it's no, that's not how it works. The way it works is that they go to your 100th delivery of accept and decline. You see how that goes? It's how many you accept and decline in the past. And if they say if your 100th is accepted and you accept an offer, you will not get a point because it matches your 100th delivery. But if you had a decline and then you accept an offer, it goes up a point. That's bullshit. You're getting ready from the past.
Well, like I said,
I'll explain to you like this. It's like when you go to work and you work for 1 week, but they don't pay you. They pay you in the next week. You always have a week in the past. You know what I'm saying? You work the first week, they don't pay you in the W-2, and they pay you the next week on a Friday. So you get a check from the previous week. That's what they're doing with the metric system with the acceptance rate.
Well,
They're going back the old deliveries that you did, but it's never current. It's not a current live.
They can't do it. They can't give you an acceptance rate on future orders because they don't know what orders you're taking or not.
No, you do.
So it's got to be done on the pad. It's got to be done on your last 100.
Live. It has to be live at that moment. Every time you accept one, you get one. You decline one, you decline one. This one you can properly calculate what your next action is going to be when you receive an offer. But now you can't do that because you gotta remember your oldest deliveries. Which one? Your 100 delivery, was that an accepted one or a declined one?
So what you're saying is that you will accept one, and it won't give you a point for accepting that order on your acceptance.
Yeah, because your 100 delivery was either a decline and accepted, and they calculate it in a way that depending on your 100 delivery, even though you accepted an offer, will not change. But if your 98 or 97 one was a decline, then you get a point.
Okay, so you're saying right now
it's rotating on an old delivery, on your 100th delivery, it rotates.
Okay, if you're saying right now I'm at 41%, if you're saying I'm at 41% right now, correct? If I go out and I decline 2 offers, my acceptance rate is going to drop down to 39. Is what you're saying?
No, let me listen to what you're saying. If you got 100% declines, okay, and you go out there and decline another 100, you will never, your metric system will not change at all. If you got 100% acceptance rate and you accept the next 100 orders, your rating will not change.
You'll still have a 100% acceptance rate. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. Let's say this is what happens. When you get 100% acceptance rate, you do 100 orders, it will not change. But when you do the next 100 orders, which in turn is going to be 300 orders right now, and the third 100 orders are all declined, you'll still be at a 100% because your previous 100 were all accepted. So you can decline 100 orders.
No, because you're going to start over from scratch from the once your 100 is done.
Yeah, but they go by your 100th delivery in the past, dude. That's how they do it. Until it piles up, and then it goes to the next one.
It's a revolving 100. It's a revolving. So you have 100 accepted offers. The next 10 offers you don't fucking accept. You're dropping down to 90% because it's a revolving 100. So the first 10 of your 100 that you previously accepted, those don't count no more. It's going to start at 10, and then it's going to go to because you just got 10 that you declined. It's a revolving 100. It's not going by strict 100. So if you have 100, you have 100 orders you accepted. The next 100 you decline 10. It's going to start from 10 to the next 10 that you just declined. So it's going to show it.
Explain it. It goes by your 100th delivery.
Yeah, it goes by your last 100 deliveries, which means
no, not the last, the 100.
Every order after your 100, you subtract that number from your previous 100. So if you got 100 orders, you get 5 more orders. You decline them. You subtract those 5 from the first 100, and then you start at 5 to the 5 that you declined. That's 100 deliveries.
No, you subtract the last 5 from 100, not from 1 to 10, from 100 to 90. How are you gonna know? Remember what you did 90 deliveries ago.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter. I want to know if I'm going to get a point or not on my next delivery.
The only way you're going to know is if you keep 100% all the time.
Well, which is impossible because they're sending you $2 for 20 miles. You're not going to take every delivery like that.
Of course it is, but
and that's the problem.
Why is it a problem?
Because the orders that they're sending you, there's no way in hell you're going to accept 100% all these offers. They're not feasible unless you're
but we know there's people out there that will do it. They do it. We know there are. You can't
They are
say
because
you
they're
can't
in a
say
different situation. My situation, I cannot afford to do that. Maybe they can't afford it and do it.
well, they possibly can afford to do it. They're doing it part-time. They don't care.
That's good
They
for
don't
them.
care.
But it's not good for me, though.
Well, no.
We have retirees who are doing it. They're not doing it because they're doing it for extra. They might do it for just a little bit of extra cash, or they're doing it because they're bored and they're doing it as a hobby. They can get 100% acceptance rate. I can do that too if that was the case. But since I'm not in that situation, it's not
Okay.
working.
Okay, but that's not the app's fault. That's a you thing, not an app thing.
No,
That's a you
the
thing.
system, the rotating system, is not meant for everybody. That's what I'm getting at. It doesn't
Well,
benefit everybody.
they're not making it forever. They're making it to benefit their business. They're not making it to benefit your business. They're making it to benefit their business.
Okay, so that's why I was saying. That's why I say it's not right for everybody. Because I don't agree with it. I want to have a standard.
You're never going to agree with something if it doesn't work in your favor.
No, I want to have a standard counting of my deliveries. I don't want a rolling back shit, because I have to always keep in tab and track of what my 100th delivery was or my 99th delivery was, so I know if I'm going to get a point on that or a deduction on that.
Okay, if they don't have,
I have had declines. I did decline 3-4 orders in a row, and it didn't go down.
Okay, but if they don't have an acceptance rate, how do they know? How are they supposed to know who's a better worker and who's a bad worker?
By the customer rating.
But no, I'm talking as far as accepting. They're in the business of getting orders delivered, correct?
Yeah, but they say you have the right to accept the decline. If you didn't, then
they say you have the right to accept it or decline it. That is your choice, definitely. But they also have to have a metric to figure out who's taking what orders, how many orders are being taken. This guy's taking 80% of his orders. This guy's taking 10% of his orders.
Okay, but you get punished because of that.
What?
You're getting punished by that, because if you take
because any company
in a lower tier and you're gonna get doodle.
Bro, if the company is in the business of getting deliveries delivered, they're not going to give better deliveries to the guy only taking 10%. They're going to give it to the guy doing 80%. That's what they're going to do.
So give better offers. Give reasonable offers for the people.
But they're gonna give the people that are actually taking the offers that they're being given. They're going to give them more offers and probably better offers than the people that don't want to take offers. That's getting their business done. You're not in the delivery business to hand out orders based on we feel sorry for this guy, let it give him more. No, they're in a delivery business to get their packages delivered. So if they know this guy will accept 80% of the orders versus a guy that's only taking 10% of the orders, who are they going to give better deliveries to? The guy that's willing to take 80% versus the guy that's only willing to take 10%. That's just how it is.
So that's why it's not fair, because, like you said, they're looking after their business. So if it only benefits one side, it's not fair.
No, it is their business. They're in the
business.
business.
That's what I'm saying. It's their business is going to benefit them only, not the other side.
Well, they're not there to benefit you. You're an employee. You're not there to be benefited. They're there to be
benefited. Why hire people? How are you going to keep people like that?
Apparently, people sign up for DoorDash all the time. And apparently, how long you been doing DoorDash, Dino? So they still got you there. So you haven't quit DoorDash. So apparently, with all the bullshit they pull on you and don't treat you.
Well, right now, I'm doing 20% of DoorDash right now, because my main apps right now is Uber Eats and Instacart.
Yeah, but you're still doing DoorDash. So with all this stuff that you think is unfair, they're not doing you right, you're still doing it, and they know you're going to continue to do it. So,
no, what I'm saying is that because if you're using one person has a reason why they could get an 80% acceptance rate, and there's a reason why another person cannot get an 80% acceptance rate, and there's common sense and logic on that, because one of them is not doing it to pay their bills, or it's a full-time job to them. Another one is.
But the business doesn't care about that. The business doesn't care about.
They don't care. That means it's not fair. If they don't care, then that's why it's not fair.
They don't care about your business. They don't care about your personal life. They care about their business getting deliveries done.
Right, so if they don't care, then
if they don't care, then you don't do them.
Fair rating system then. They don't
It
care.
is a fair rating system.
It's only fair if it's fair to both parties. If it's only fair to the company, then it's not fair. It has to be fair for, in order for something in a dictionary to be fair, it has to be fair for both parties. If it's only fair for the company, that's an easy explanation that
That's
it's
not true, but it's not true because it's fair for the people that take more offers because
yeah, but the people taking more offers,
they get
they
paid
do
more.
it because they
They
are
get treated better.
specifically not doing it. They're not doing it for
But that
what do you
doesn't
call it,
matter.
pay
That's
their
irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's an irrelevant point. Whether they're doing it full time or part time is an irrelevant point. Because
they're doing it as a hobby.
Because there's full timers out there that take 80, 90%. There's part timers that take 80, 90%. There's part timers that take fucking 10%, and there's full timers that do 10%. So it doesn't matter. That shit doesn't matter because it's fair to the people that are taking their deliveries. They're giving the people that are taking 80, 90% of their deliveries, they're giving them the orders because they're getting them done. That's fair to them. And that's fair to the driver. It's fair to the driver that takes 90% of the orders to get more and better orders.
It's fair to the driver if they're on that specific market where the offers are fair. Because not every market is fair.
Well, no,
Some markets are better than others. So I could be in a market and be at 80%. I could be in a different market and be at 20%.
Well, it depends. Well, that's I don't know how that matters. I don't know how you mean what you mean by that. Like, I don't know how Las Vegas is any more fair than fucking your part of town. I still get $2 orders given to me, $2.50 orders. I don't know how that's any more. What you mean by one market's fairer than the other? I don't know.
One market can maybe getting higher payouts than another market. Not every market is the same.
The higher payouts, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. In my theory, it is what it's a roll of the dice, bro. It's no different than gambling. Turning on that app is no different than gambling. You're sitting there pulling the stick until you get what you want to get. I honestly believe that because if you have 100% rating and you're supposed to be getting the best offers because you have a high rating and you're still getting sent $2 orders over and over and over again, the rating really means nothing at the end of the day.
Well, there you go. But that's what they're selling us. They're selling us all the time. They're selling you that. So that there you go. That's not fair. By selling us, they're telling us, here's your rating. Every day it's on the app. On DoorDash, I'm looking at it.
But they still do it. That's my theory. I'm not saying that's how it works. I'm saying it's my theory. That's just no different than gambling. You turn it on, you get what they give you. It's no different than rolling the craps.
Yeah, you could be in a market and you have 100% and you still can get doodle, but you could be in another market with 100% and get good offers.
I've never been that high on my acceptance rate to ever test if I'm going to get better offers or not.
Well, I did test it here. I got into Platinum on DoorDash, and I'm still getting shitty orders. And then I get in my comments telling me, it's not enough to be a Platinum. You have to stay on it for 2-3 months, and then you might see better offers. What the fuck?
But then again, the market's also going to be dictated by the customer. If you got a bunch of shitty customers ordering at the first of the month with EBT, you're probably going to see a lot more shitty ass offers. That there's so much that goes into it that the customers aren't tipping. You say yourself the economy sucks. Customers aren't tipping.
Well, you see how you're explaining it right now? DoorDash is not explaining it the way you're explaining it.
Well, DoorDash doesn't have to explain anything to you. That's the thing.
If they were transparent, they would. If they were legit, they would, but they're not. That's why they don't.
But they don't have to explain it because you're an independent. They don't have to explain
it. Evil. You have a choice of good and evil.
Dino, you are your own business owner, Dino. They don't have to explain anything to you. If Dino opens up a chlorine shop for swimming pools, Dino shouldn't expect the other company that's right next door selling chlorine for swimming pools to come over and tell you how to do chlorine for swimming pools.
In the private sector, the owners explained everything to me in the private sector and the other drivers as well. Very clear and very, very open and clear about everything. They were straight with us. Why can't these companies in the gig economy be straight just like in the private sector?
They are being straight with you. They tell you that terms of service that you sign tells you everything you need to know about these companies, what they're going to do, what they can do, what they get away with, and you sign it away. So at that point, It's in the terms of service. Everything they're going to do to you, and you guys continue to sign the terms of service.
And they keep changing, they flip flopping it every 6 months, 3 months, 6 months. Oh, we updated terms of service, updated terms. In the private sector, there's not a single one terms of service in the private sector ever. There's never been a terms of service.
The terms of service are there to protect the company and to.
Well, we work in the private restaurants. They're a company too. They have chain restaurants too. They're big chains too.
Yeah, and they have
That's
rules.
terms of service.
And they have a terms of service. It's called their rules, company rules.
I never signed a thing that rules. Only a domino.
You never signed it. You never had to sign an employee handbook when you got hired at a job.
Only if it's we call it like a franchise.
Okay, there you go. You still have to
But
sign
the other private sector restaurants, they don't do that.
Well, some do, some don't, but you still have to sign it, which means just like signing the terms of service, you're signing the business rules, and you'll follow their rules. No different than the terms of service. Terms of service is
you, and they tell you everything. This is what you need to do. This is how you get paid. Anything that goes on the job, they'll tell you everything.
DoorDash tells you the same thing. You are welcome to accept and decline any order you want. And
yeah, but they'll tell you that we can penalize you. They keep that on the reps.
Well, they tell you you're going to be rated on your stuff. They tell you you're going to be rated. So they tell you that you're going to be your ratings work off this metric. Your ratings work off this metric. You're allowed to accept and decline any order you want. There you go. It's up to you.
They tell you on one hand, on one side, they tell you that you can accept and decline any offers. It will not count against you. Especially on Walmart Sprocket. That's how exactly it's said in there. But then on their website, which is not in the terms of service, they tell you, oh, in order to get a better tier, you got to do that many deliveries. So that means you got to accept more than decline, because if you have the freedom to accept and decline any order, you will not get there.
Yeah, but when but it's like any company when any company first opens up. They're gonna tout the world to you. They're gonna tell you, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. And then when the drivers start to take advantage of it, just like DoorDash, you can, when DoorDash first come out, accept and decline whatever you want. So they send out the orders. If people aren't accepting the orders, guess what? Now they got to put in a metric to make sure people are picking up orders. Okay, we're gonna start judging you. If you're below 10% on your orders, you're gonna be at the risk of losing your account. You got to stay above this amount of orders accepted versus that. They have to implement that because the drivers will take advantage of it. If Spark didn't make ratings, or DoorDash didn't make ratings, y'all be sitting in the parking lot all day long, and DoorDash would have 9 million orders backed up waiting to be picked up. That's how it is.
Yeah, but when it came up with the terms of service that you can accept and decline your order when it won't count against you,
but
back then they didn't have a tier system. Tier system came out after.
Well, the tier system just is an incentive.
That statement that you can accept and decline any offer against you.
But the tier system is only there as an incentive to make more money and give you a better opportunity to make more money. That's all it is. It's no different than, okay, Dino is the best dishwasher. Dino, you do this amount of work, we're going to move you to the front office. It's just like any job. They're going to
be transparent about it. Say you can accept and decline any offer, but just to let you know that by accepting more offers, you'll get paid more money, and do more deliveries and get paid more money. Write it like that, but they don't not transparent because they're sinister characters. They know how to word things and know how to deceive the drivers. So you say on one hand, accept and decline, put that in there too. By the way, if you accept more offers, you'll make more money. And you get to a better tier to make more money.
But you don't know that already?
It's not about we learned it the hard way. We learned the hard way. We're already in this shit already. The tier system came out after.
Okay, but then you have the option to not do it anymore, right? Or accept their terms.
Oh, I understand that, but the fact is, it does not dismiss the fact that they're not being transparent. It's contradicting. One statement contradicts the other. We cannot refuse that's what that it's not.
No, they still give you the opportunity to accept and decline all the offers you want, but you also get the opportunity. The more you accept, the higher the tier.
I understand that, but don't say those things where they're not happening like that. Say it the way it is. Say it that the more orders you do, the higher that you're going to get in the tier to see better offers. If you decline a lot of offers, you're not going to make that much money. Be on the bottom of the belt. Why don't you say it like that?
They
When
do
you
say
say it will not count against you, it does count against you.
It's said like that, ain't it?
No, they're saying that accepting and declining, you're allowed to do that, and it will not count against you. It does get count against me if I decline too much. So you're not being transparent. You're lying.
No, you're not. They're not lying. They have the set tiers. This tier, that tier, this tier. If you choose to only accept the decline the bottom, then yeah, you're not going to get in the tier system. But if you do what they want, which is 50% of the orders to get the gold tier, then you're going to be a gold tier. You're going to get gold tier benefits. They tell you all that stuff. I don't.
Well, look at Walmart Spark. They didn't have a tier system. They just came out with it this year. Okay. Last year, in the terms of service, it says you can accept and decline as many offers that you want. It will not hurt your experience. It will not hurt anything.
Okay.
But now it does. But they haven't updated their terms of service to say that. They kept it the same. And it says the same thing. By accepting and declining, it will not hurt your shopping experience and your ratings. Something like that. But it does. Because now this year you introduced a tier system. And if I'm not into Sapphire, it's going to hurt me. So that's a contradiction.
Not really. They're just introducing. They're introducing new things to get more orders delivered.
Don't say it will not affect you. On one side, you're saying it will not affect me, and on the other side, I'm being affected.
Okay. No, are you being okay? If you whether you accept or decline, do you still get to keep your app?
Yeah, that's what I mean by that.
You still get to keep your app, right? So they're not punishing you. Now, if they said you can accept and decline all you want, and you decline too many orders, they deactivate you, then they'd be lying. But if they say accept and decline all you want, and you continue to accept and decline all you want, and your app is still able to be used, then they're not lying to you. They're not cheating you.
It's not about the lying or cheating. It's about they're not being fully transparent when they're saying that it will not affect you when it does affect you. That's a contradiction. You say that in the first place by accepting, but it will affect your shopping experience.
But I'm going to check you on something. Is it them punishing you, or is it other drivers punishing you? Because there's other drivers willing to get into those tier systems, willing to accept those offers. So is it more that your experience is being affected more by other drivers than it is Spark?
No, it's about other drivers.
So you're telling me
the higher tier, who are going to be in the higher tier.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're doing it legit or not.
Because why are they getting to the higher tier? Because Dino only wants to accept 5% of Spark orders, and they give in the guy that wants to accept 20% of Spark orders. They got him in a tier system.
Yeah, we all look at getting to the higher tier, so we can get better offers.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that.
And how do you get the better offers? By doing the shitty offers first to get to the tier system to get the better offers.
It does not explain like that in the terms of service. It says by accepting declining will not affect anything. When it does, you just said you got to get. It's going to affect you. You have to, in order for you to get better offers, you're going to be affected.
But you're not. You didn't answer my question. Is your experience being more affected by the other drivers collecting more orders, getting into the tier system versus what you're willing to accept? You say it's Walmart Spark doing it, but could it be that there's more Walmart Spark workers willing to go that extra mile to get into the tier system that's causing you your issue versus Spark causing you issues?
Yeah, but you don't know who's doing it legit and who's not doing it legit to get to go to that extra mile. We don't know that.
But that's irrelevant.
It is if they letting other drivers still do that.
No, because if you accept and decline all the offers, whatever, Dino, but you got 25 other people sitting in that same Walmart as you, accepting whatever's coming their way because they want to get to the term service, who do you think they're going to keep giving the orders to? They're not going to give them to you. They're going to give them to the other people that are in there taking the orders. So
most of the people that I work with, most of those people were legit. Everybody was getting their fair share of orders. That's why I liked it over there, because it looked more in line than DoorDash and Uber Eats and Grubhub.
Yeah, but you're only going to it's going to look like that because there's less drivers. If you only got 20 drivers to choose from, the more people that sign on, the more opportunity Spark has to expand their thing, which in turn is going to...
If it was in a bigger market, it would have more drivers and it would be different. So, okay. So, look at it in the terms of service. Don't say it's not going to affect you. There's a lot of things by accepting and declining that you just mentioned that's going to affect the driver. There's many factors. So put them in the terms of service. They don't. That's not transparent. You're just very blatantly saying by accepting declining will not affect you. Okay. So you're taking that as like, okay, that's fine.
It doesn't affect your ability to work on the app. It affects you because the more you decline, the less money you're making. That's on you. That's not on the company.
Yeah, but they don't say that in terms of service. They explain that on their website when they come up with these tier system and other updates. They don't put those in terms of service. They put that into their website to find out what a tier means, or in your app on your phone. But it's not.
The only thing they have to put in the terms of service is that you will not be affected by your acceptance or decline rate. That's all they get. And that as long as you're allowed to accept and decline, and you're still available to use their app, they're doing their part. Now, if they want to implement other things to make you take more orders, to get better orders, they can do that. But as long as the terms of service says that one thing, you're allowed to accept and decline as much as you want, and you don't get deactivated for declining all the orders you want, they did their part. They don't need to go into 8,000-page terms of service just because you want them to explain line by line. They're not going to do that. No, it's not
about me. It's about all the drivers and the law, that if these things happen and there are facts that are happening and it does affect your acceptance rate and your decline rate, they have to be put into the terms of service because they are real. They are facts. They are happening. But they don't. They leave them out because they're smart. That's why they got the best lawyers and all that. That's why a lot of people say that even Pedro and everybody else in the world of delivery drivers say they're not being transparent with the drivers. That's where the term came from. And I'm not the only one. We got millions of drivers saying it. Why are they saying it? Because it's half-ass in the terms of service and explain it on their website differently than it is in the terms of service.
Wasn't the whole transparent thing has to do more with the money that you were making, the hidden tips and all that other stuff?
No, it's about us trying to find out what really goes on the hard way in the gig economy. And that's how it is. Everybody finds out the hard way.
Okay, what could Spark be more transparent about to make Dino know more about the Spark app?
It's not about Dino. It's about this should be done.
No, I'm using you as an example. You could be the example for all drivers.
I told you earlier, by accepting and declining, you have the right to do that. But to let you know, by accepting more offers, you'll be in a better position than declining offers. A lot more.
Well, isn't that pretty apparent by when they tell you that you're more eligible by getting into this tier to make more money and get better orders? Aren't they telling you that when you get into the tier systems? Hold on a sec. Because
the tier system is not in terms of service. The tier system is in their website. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you mean the tier system in there? I'm gold status. Okay.
On the app. I'll tell you on the app. But the app is not in terms of service.
Okay, so you're telling me if I look up right now DoorDash's tier system on Google, it's not going to say the same shit?
What do you mean the same shit?
You said it's not on their website.
No, it's on their website, but not in the terms of service. The tier system.
The only thing they need to put in their terms of service is you're allowed to accept and decline all the offers you want. That's all they need to put. They don't have to.
All right, so then they can do whatever they want that's not in the terms of service and get away with it.
Yes, they can add whatever they
There you
want.
go. There you go. That's deceptive, right?
No, it's
That's
not.
deceptive and contradiction.
It's not deceptive because they tell you in your
Yeah,
app.
to Roy, it's not. To me and a lot of other drivers, it is. To you, okay, it's not. I'll agree with you. To you, it is. To me, it's not. That's why half of the drivers agree and half of the drivers disagree. I don't see it as legit what they're doing. They're being sneaky about it. And if they can do it lawfully and get away with it, they'll do it as much as possible they can. Because like you said, they're a business. They're looking after themselves.
Exactly.
I told you in the private sector, when they sit you down, they let you know everything right there and there. The gig economies don't. They tell me that for the more the distance on a DoorDash delivery, the higher the base pay. Bullshit. I'm getting $2 for 10 miles and $2 for 2 miles. On their website, it says how do we pay the base pay? Miles, was it a distance? What do you call time, distance, and what was the last one? So I called the DoorDash support and I told them that according to your website, you're saying that the longer the miles, the higher the base pay. And they said, yeah, that's correct. So why did I get a $2 base pay for a 10-mile delivery? Oh, you did? Oh, let me check your records. So she went inside, she looked at the records and all that, and it's like, well, I'm going to transfer you to the payment guy account. So they transferred me to another guy. It was a woman, so transferred me to another guy. He said, yeah, we see what happened here. Yeah, you should have got paid an extra $2 and something cents for that order, but you didn't. But I'm going to give it to you that now. And then Flex, I told that to Flex, and Flex, they weren't supposed to do that. Says support doesn't have the authority to do that, but that guy who did it might get in trouble. But yeah, you will rightfully have to be paid that, but support is not the ones that are going to do that. It's only the payroll people in DoorDash can do that, not support. So they're contradicting themselves of how you get paid with your base pay. I have fights with that shit with Grubhub too.
Their base pay is their base pay. It's whatever their base pay is, $2.50 or $2. That's
what the longer the miles, bring it up, look it up right now. How is DoorDash base pay? And explain to you. The miles are in there. The miles affect the base pay. It's not like $2 for 1 mile, $2 for 10, $2 for 20 miles. It's based on mileage too. The longer the mileage, the higher the base pay. Look it up. See how they calculate base pay. It's anywhere between $2 and $10.
Okay, per offer. It doesn't have anything factoring in estimated time and distance. So
I have it right here. It says how Dasher Pay works.
So it says, however, some drivers report inconsistency, noting high mileage trips often still yield the minimum base pay unless the order is repeatedly declined or whatever. So
it says here, base pay is time, distance, and desirability.
Yeah.
Then promotions, boost, pick pay, challenges, delivery streaks. Then tips, and then equals your total earnings. So the base pay is under time, distance, and desirability.
Okay, it says right here, distance pay testing. DoorDash has piloted a distance pay incentive in select markets. So it's in select markets. It might not be in your market. Who fucking knows?
And this is new because they when you're saying if you're not paying distance in the base pay, then it's always $2 no matter how many miles. So why is it sometimes I see 2, sometimes I see 4? Because you're paying for the distance.
That's not what it says. You just said it yourself. It depends on the desirability,
No, time, distance, and
the
desirability.
distance, desirability. So
Yeah.
it's not just based on that. It's based on a lot of different factors.
Yeah, 3 factors: time, distance, and desirability.
But it might only be, but they might only dictate the $4 because it's a desirable order, or they might dictate $4 because it's a distant order. They might not
Well,
use
desirability is up for debate. Nobody knows what they mean, and not even support does know.
Exactly. They're going to choose
Time and distance. They explained to me. They said the longer the distance, obviously you're going to spend a lot more time, and it raises the base pay. I got that from support.
Okay.
But I didn't get paid like that. I got paid an exactly $2 for 10 miles, which is a longer distance and longer time.
Okay.
And they fixed it for me. But then it never happened again.
So they fixed it and it never happened again. Shit happens, bro. What the
No,
fuck?
they never. When it happened again, they never tried to fix it again. It only happened one time. The fixing happened one time.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's
This happened many times, Roy, where I go to the same customer and the base pay changes, but I'm like, it's the same distance and it's the same time. Why does my base pay keep fluctuating like this?
because it depends on how many times the order has been declined.
Yeah, we're speculating.
It's all based. It's the base. Maybe that order was $2 when it first came out, but now it's at $5 because it got declined 10 times. So now it's at a $5 base pay.
It's all speculation because now we know that Walmart Spark, even right now, this is their 4th time of miscalculating tips. This is their 4th time. Okay, you did it once, you did it twice, so you know what's going on. 4 times? Well, how about 3 strikes? 3 strikes and you're out. This is their 4th time.
Yeah, and base pay can also depend on where you're at working. So kind of like peak pay incentives. Like right now, if I open my app, I can guarantee if I want to go work the strip, they're going to pay me more to work the strip than they are the area I'm at. So all that shit matters. All that shit matters.
Grubhub, time and distance, actually, it was accurate with Grubhub. You knew that the longer the distance and the more the time, the base pay will go up and reflect that on the pay. And they tell you how much of that was what pay did you get for distance and time, and which one is desirability. But on DoorDash, they don't break it up like that.
But you already so you want to just to tell you every fucking thing. You already bitch about what they have in the app now. So you want them to tell you, okay, Dino, we're giving you $4 for this delivery because it's a desirability. You want you expect them to write that in the app just for you?
No, well, you can do. But if you're an independent contractor,
they're going to send out the order at the base pay they want to do. If you don't want to accept it, don't accept it. Somebody might accept it at $3. You'll accept it at $5. Somebody will accept it at $2. They're just sending out the orders. Once again, rolling the craps. They send the shit out, and whoever takes it, takes it. If they add extra to the base pay because nobody wants to take it for $2, then they add extra to it. They don't need to tell you that's why they added extra to it. Because
but you can have it one day because the 10 miles is $2, and the next day the 10 miles is $6. Why is that?
Because they might do the base pay plus the tip. I don't know. I don't work. I'm not working the inner workings of DoorDash.
No, every time you complete an order with DoorDash, it shows you which one, how much was base pay, and how much was tip. Well, so you know exactly how much you got paid base pay out of the whole order. For every order, it shows you at the end when you complete the order. It shows you the 2 things.
But they also they'll send you a $6 plus, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about normal.
Where the base pay is $2 and the tip was let's say $8. So they still sent you a 6 plus and you got paid 8. They do that. It's their system. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the pluses. I'm talking about the normal orders without the pluses. A 10 mile can be a $2 base pay, and then another 10 mile could be a $5 base pay.
It depends on the desirability of the order. It might depend on the cost of the order. Maybe it's $100 order versus a $20 order. So they feel if they give you $5, they're going to give you $5 to deliver $100 because
but you're saying that the website says time, distance, and desirability. It doesn't say what you're saying right now. You're saying it depends on all other things except for that.
It depends on all. It does say desirability is one of the things.
What is desirability?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's is the order worth giving more money for? Is $100 order more important to get delivered than the $20 order? So I'm going to pay for the $20 order. DoorDash is going to give you $2, but because the $100 order is a more desirable order to deliver, they're going to give you $8 to deliver that. That's what it means.
So how come they don't explain it like you're explaining it right now?
Oh my God, I can't speak for
That's
them.
what I'm saying. That's transparent. But you do not agree with that, and you try to.
Bro,
Say-
if they had to put it in baby language for every person, dude, that terms of service would be 45,000 pages.
Well, Bobby already said that. Bobby says every time we're trying to complete an order, we got to hit 20, 30 buttons to complete an order, and it's like it's meant for kids. They're already doing that as it is. But stuff that it's not benefiting them, they don't want to talk about it and do it.
I will have to sign on to DoorDash for you guys to see what the fuck you guys are talking about. Because the last time I did DoorDash, there was no 25 buttons you had to press. So I don't know.
It's like when you complete a shop and deliver, it's like you got to press so many buttons.
When was the last time you did a DoorDash order?
I do DoorDash every day.
Okay, so how many buttons do you have to press? If you go to McDonald's, pick up an order and drop it at the house, how many buttons you got to press?
If you go to McDonald's, you got to hit arrive.
Uh-huh.
That's one button.
Okay.
And then when you're waiting for the offer, you got to hit buttons. Order still being prepared.
Okay.
Store too busy. You need to click on that. So that's another button.
But that's been there forever.
Okay.
Nothing new. What new buttons?
We got to put all the buttons together. So we got two buttons so far.
What new buttons have you had to press?
It's not. No, we're going to add the new ones. No. The third button is when the order is complete. So you got to take a picture.
Okay, when you go to
now you got to scan it. It's not you can scan it.
When you go to McDonald's, you hit arrive. You pick up you confirm the pickup. Okay, that's always been there. Then you get in your car, you fucking drive it to the customer's house, drop it off. It's either a leave it door, which then they tell you to take a picture, or hand to customer, right?
Yeah, if it's
where's all these extra buttons, Bobby? So where's all these extra buttons at?
It's the shop and deliver ones.
Okay, the last time you did a DoorDash shop and deliver, you went in there. Let's say you found you did it. You accepted it. You went in there. You shopped it. When you got to the customer's house, how many buttons did you have to push?
Oh, you got to hit arrive. You got to hit you got to click the is the customer drunk? No. Is the customer over 21? Yes.
That's an alcohol order. We're talking a shopping order, not an alcohol. Alcohol, okay. That's an extenuating circumstance order. But it's just a basic shop and pay order. You shop it, you take it to the customer's house. How many extra buttons you got to hit?
Not as much as an alcohol, but there's still a few buttons.
Yeah. Okay. You probably says arrived, leave it door, take a photo, and just like they.
But when you're shopping, it's not even alcohol. When you're shopping, they tell you, take a picture of the fruit. How does it look? The look they want to see the look of the product.
Yeah, they don't want you to.
They want you to weight the product.
They don't want you picking black bananas and shit. What the fuck? Of course they're gonna ask you.
Yeah, so they put a lot of shit in there now. Before you weren't doing all that. Now they're adding a lot of more stuff in there just to pick up one item.
Can you keep these folks entertained while I go take a piss? Can you keep them entertained?
Well, we got Necro in the chat. Look.
Yeah, keep them entertained while I take a piss.
Yeah, Necro, get your ass in here. I don't know. Oh, he's probably on his own.
Not right now. I'm taking a piss. I can't let go.
I think Necro's on his in his own chat, in his own live stream. No, Necro, you're gonna do it for free. Click on the button and get your ass up in here. Don't worry about who's dancing or not. I'll get Bobby. I'll get Bobby go after you. Laughing, huh? So, bitch. No, the whole thing is that not everything that's in the terms of service is completely clarified to the drivers. Like the base pay. You have to do your own research and find out about it. You have to call support and you have to call somebody from DoorDash to find out what's the difference between 5 miles base pay and 10-mile base pay. You know, you need the details. You're a independent contractor. That's the whole point. If you're not an independent contractor, you do not need to know any of that. You're an employee. But since you're not an employee, that's the whole point being you sign a contract. They have to be transparent with you with all the shit. Like plumbers and electricians and all that when they do a job.
But
the
then,
timing, this and that, materials, everything has to be explained.
but at the end of the day, you can quit doing these apps whenever you want.
But does not dismiss the fact of what they're doing is shady.
But what are they? But you have yet to explain to me
Shady, you don't. That's fine.
Okay, here, let's go back to the apps. The app, we already did the acceptance rate. Let's go to the next metric. Yeah, we're gonna do it. That way you can tell us how it's shady. I want to know.
Roy loves this shit. Look at him.
Yeah, I do, dude. Because I don't know
I explain it to you, but some other drivers might get it, but you will never get it because you see the things your way. So
here we go. Right now I'm at 72 of 100 on my deliveries.
What do you mean 72? Your acceptance rate?
Yeah, it's 72 of 100.
Yeah, but you said we're going to move on. You said we're going to a different category.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know. You said you can't tell. Yeah. You said you can't tell in the app where the 100 is or where the 100's not, right? You said that.
No, your percentage of all your 100 deliveries, but it's an overall.
Yeah. Okay.
But the counting of your each order that you accept is different. I
got to get to 80 to get platinum status. I'm only at 72 right now. That's why I'm.
It's not. Oh, they made it 80 there.
Yeah, it's 80 now.
To me, it's 70.
All right. What the next one? Completion rate. How is that shady?
Completion rate. And what affects completion rate?
Finishing every order you.
It's how many orders
you complete.
You complete.
Yeah. And
what hurts your completion rate if you cancel or order not delivered?
Yeah.
Okay. So now with that,
how is that rate? How is that metric shady to you that you don't want it there?
Okay. Now completion rate, is that different from what do you call it? Cancellation rate, or is that the same?
It would be the same because there is no cancellation rate. It's
okay. So the completion rate is your cancellation rate at the same time. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I the last time I delivered, I have completed 13 of 15. 13 of 15. So I had to cancel a couple orders. So like when I accept the order to Wingstop and I walk in, it says it's going to be another 20 minutes. I cancel it. That means my completion rate's going to go down.
Exactly.
Okay, so how is that a shady thing?
You call DoorDash support and you tell them that according to the app, to the contract that I accepted this offer, you're telling me that this order is supposed to be picked up at 12 o'clock. The store is telling me the order's not going to be ready till 1. I'm not properly being paid for this offer because you're telling me that the order is going to be ready at 12 o'clock and they're telling me it's going to be ready at 1 o'clock. I'm losing money now. So I have to cancel this order.
So, but if you want to
get another offer that it's legit.
Okay, so you have a way to fix it. You have a way to fix it. If you don't want to deal with the way I deal with it is I go in If I don't want to deal with it, I'm not going to call support. I got better things to do with my time. I just cancel it and move on, and I'll accept the ding on my completion rate. Okay, but you yourself just said you can fix
if you have a legitimate reason to cancel it and other people do not have a legitimate reason to cancel it, if it's not legitimate, get a ding. But if there is a legitimate reason to cancel it, you should not get a ding. But everybody gets
well, that's it. That's up to you.
that's why it's shady.
That's once again up to you. That's once again up to you. I have the ability to call DoorDash, like you said, explain all that bullshit for the next 30 minutes so I don't get a ding, or I could just take the ding and move the fuck on, right? So that's up to me, right?
Yeah, but we're not talking about your choice. We're talking about if this feature is shady or not.
Yeah, it's not a shady. What makes it shady?
If they're not fairly rating you on something that it is legit, the cancellation can be legit, and they should not be dinging you, that's shady.
Yeah, but they don't know my cancellation is legit unless I tell them it's legit, right?
You tell them that it is legit, and they still ding you.
Do they?
No, most of the time, yeah. Sometimes you might find somebody decent on DoorDash support, but it should be like that.
Okay.
They should have all the information from the pad that it updates when the order is supposed to be ready, and it gets sent to DoorDash.
What's up?
When they have evidence, yeah, the driver is right. The order is going to be ready at 1 o'clock. The restaurant marked this order as not being ready at 12, as being ready at 1 o'clock. So we're not going to ding Dino for this order.
Okay, but you have the buttons in the app to say order's not ready yet. You have all that so they don't ding you, correct?
Yeah, when you go in there.
Okay, and once you
if you find out it's going to take another 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and you're willing to accept that, you can click those buttons that says order not ready and all that. But if you find out it's going to take an hour, you're not going to click on those buttons. I'm going to call support right away.
Okay, then you fix it that way. I don't do that. I don't care. I don't pick orders that are going to take that long to get.
Oh, we shouldn't have that in there.
Besides Little Caesars, what the fuck orders that be like an hour late once you show up? What the fuck orders? The fuck?
Well, Little Caesars and Panda Express and KFC are the 3 top, right there. The other ones, they'll happen with legit reasons.
Then you just don't accept.
No, these 3 characters, no.
Then you just don't accept orders from them.
But
how is it shady? But it's not a shady metric. It's just
it shouldn't be there at all. They should update that function. That, like I said, it should be on the restaurant's pad. They have a tablet of DoorDash where a restaurant can click on it and update the information of when this order is going to be ready. That's it. But then if we get, they're so busy, don't become a partner with DoorDash then.
But see, I don't know. That's the thing. Have you seen the pads that DoorDash give people?
I've seen the tablet that they give to the restaurant.
Do you know what is on there for the?
Not everything, but I've seen the screen where it shows the order and all that and stuff.
Okay,
I'm saying you can add something on the tablet that the restaurant can click on it and update DoorDash for this particular customer and update that when it's going to be ready. This way because DoorDash is in the dark. It's there in the dark.
No, DoorDash ain't in the dark. DoorDash ain't in the dark.
You have completion rate. If you are in the dark and not even aware of what's going on at the restaurant, why do you take the privates and not even know what's going on at the restaurant?
But DoorDash ain't in the dark. You're there. You're their representative for DoorDash. You tell DoorDash.
When you talk to them, you're talking to support from the Philippines. They could give a rat's ass. They're not there with you.
Oh my God! You said there's no winning for losing with you. It doesn't matter. You have
correct. Remove that. Remove the completion rate. It's not ready yet. It's not time for it yet.
Okay. So how do they know? So how are they going to know that Dino's a good driver if they can't tell how many orders he has or hasn't completed?
When they have that feature on the tablet where a restaurant can update the information, now they 100% know if the driver is lying or not, and they know for sure if they're going to ding you or not. 100%. Now it's in the air. It's just a whim. Just a whim in the air.
How do you know that option isn't? They don't have that option. Maybe they don't have that option on their tablet.
That's what I'm saying. I said they don't have the option in the tablet. They should implement that feature in the tablets.
But they
Should've
don't
done that
technically,
years ago.
they don't technically have to if they got you as the representative to go through DoorDash to let DoorDash know, hey, it's going to take another 15 minutes. Why would they have to put that in the merchant's app when they got you there?
Well, they actually, this is what they used to do. I'll give a little bit of credit to DoorDash. They used to do this. You call DoorDash and you tell them it's going to take about an hour. And you know what they used to say? They used to say, can I put you on hold for a minute? And I'll say, sure. Bum, they put me on hold. They call the restaurant. Do you have this DoorDash order for Amy? Yes. How long is that going to take? And then they go back to you. Okay, Dino, it looks like it's do you want to keep it? Do you want to wait that hour? They don't do that shit anymore. That was great that they did back then. But then again, they had American people working here.
Okay.
Now they don't care. You talk to them, they're going to call a restaurant. They don't call the customer. They don't call the restaurant. Maybe it's in my market. Maybe they work differently in your market. But in my market, they don't do shit anymore.
They've called my restaurant.
Well, there you go. So I guess in your market, they're doing better.
They do it. But that still doesn't matter. So you just think that the completion rate, that DoorDash shouldn't know how many orders you have or have not completed. That shouldn't matter.
Until they fix the issue.
And the issue of fixing is what?
Knowing when the order's going to be ready accurately and
But they don't know. DoorDash cannot know that. They don't know how busy the restaurant is. They
exactly. They don't have that. Like I said, they don't have that feature on the tablet.
They don't know how many people have called in sick. They don't know that stuff. They can't.
And because you don't know it, you should not ding people for something that you don't know.
You're the one to tell them that. You're the
they don't believe you. No, even now, they don't care.
If I walk in and they tell me the order's going to make another 20 minutes, then I contact DoorDash and say, hey, order's going to take another 20 minutes.
And it's worse than the I call them, you know what they say?
Yeah, and DoorDash says,
don't care.
You want to keep it?
We don't care.
But DoorDash gives you the option. It's going to take another 20 minutes. We'll give you an extra $2 if you wait, or you can cancel it without it hurting your completion rate. They give you those choices.
No, they don't give me no extra money.
I've been offered extra money. I've been offered money before. Nope. Yep, I have.
Back in the day, back 5 years ago, but not now.
Okay, well, I don't know.
They don't do that anymore. Not with me personally. I haven't heard from anybody around here either. It's up to you if you want to wait or not.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to wait or not.
The promise was that I'm picking up this order at 12 o'clock and I'm out to deliver it at 12:15, 12:20. It's going to be 1 o'clock and I haven't even picked it up yet. And that shit can glitch in there and give you a contract violation. And then you got to call the dispute department and they might deny it or they might accept it and you got to fight it and blah, blah, blah. Why you got to go through all that mayhem and chaos? For something that the restaurant was out of their hands, they're busy, they couldn't make it in time. Why are you blaming the driver? Why are we getting punished? Why are we getting dinged? Remove it. Remove the fucking thing. Just remove it.
Okay, so next one would be on-time rating.
Remove that too. They have no idea when the on-time is going to be ready. Nobody knows the future, when the order is going to be ready and when the order is going to leave the restaurant. Not even they know it. Not even the restaurant knows that.
Okay, that's funny. My on-time rating is 100%.
I got 100% on mine too, but it's irrelevant.
Well, no, it's not irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
No, they want to know if you're making it to the restaurant on time, you're making it to the customer's house on time. It's not irrelevant.
How are you going to make it on time when you're 10 miles away and they send you an offer and they say, oh, you got 1 minute to go pick it up? It's impossible. Not even a supermarket can do that.
It's not impossible.
It's not possible. 10 miles? You're going to make 10 miles in 1 minute?
No, because I think the on-time rating is, let's see, it says on-time rate measures how last order completed. So it's an expected completion time. It's not based on what time you get the order and get to the restaurant. It's based on the whole totality of the order. It's not based on just one thing. So if they send it to you, you got a minute to get there. You get there, let's say 5 minutes. As long as it makes the customer to the house at the estimated time it's supposed to, your completion rate is your on time rating is good.
No. I've seen that in the app, in the ratings, where it shows that you picked up the order late but delivered it early at the customer, and I still got a ding on it. Why did it get a ding? It went to the customer before the ETA. Why did it get ding?
How would you get a ding on that?
Because it was pick up late. There was a red mark on the pickup, but a green checkout mark on the delivery time. And they still ding me for that. I disputed it,
but
the bot they didn't erase the bot erased it.
But okay, so you disputed it because there was a situation and it got fixed. So you didn't get so you didn't get dinged technically. You had to jump through some hoops.
You shouldn't be dinged at all, though. It doesn't make any sense to get dinged on a early delivery time.
So you just want. So when it comes to how DoorDash determines how their business is going, how their drivers are going, you expect them to be totally blind about it. They should know nothing about the drivers they have working for them, how good their drivers are doing. You just expect them not to know any of that, just blindly.
No, they know that automatically when you get to the restaurant. They can see you on the GPS.
Well, they know you. They know that because they have ratings to prove that type of shit.
Well, they can see you on the GPS on the app where you are. They know that you're at the restaurant.
Because if they don't have, let's say, the on-time rate, and Dino's rate, Dino is late for 80% of his orders, DoorDash would never know that. So they wouldn't know that you're the problem, not the restaurant.
Yeah, but you're hitting arrive, and you arrive there, and the order wasn't picked up 10 minutes after. So you weren't anywhere else. Like when you click arrive, they know exactly where you hit arrive is at the restaurant. So they know that you're there because you clicked arrive. So now you're waiting 10 minutes, and it's past 10 minutes of the pickup time is already passed. But they see that you're waiting there at the restaurant, you're not anywhere else. Yeah. Why are you giving me for late pickup time? Well, you know that I went there before the pickup time, and I'm just waiting for the offer.
But did you do the buttons where the order's not ready yet? Did you do all that?
Yeah, of course we do that.
Well, if you say you do it, then.
Well, I do it a lot.
I don't know, Dino. I've done this app, Dino. I've done this app, and everything you're saying to me sounds like bullshit. Well, everybody might not think that I've done this, but I've done this, and it sounds like a bunch of bullshit that you're just making up shit. Like you're getting dinged for all the shit that.
Well, it's not happening to every, but it's not happening to every restaurant and every pickup that I go to, but it does happen.
It sounds capped to me because I've done it, and
no, it sounds like this is happening to me with every pickup that I do. No, it happens with some places, and it does. KFC, it happens.
I've done over $1,200, $1,300, 1,300 DoorDashes. I never had any of these fucking issues like that. So I don't understand where you guys get all these.
Because you don't care for these issues. You don't even pay attention to it.
I just go out there and do it and get it done. I don't worry about all this dumb basic bullshit that you as an independent contractor should already know.
If you're a full-timer, you pay more attention to stuff. If you're a part-timer, you're only doing a few hours here and there, you won't pay a big attention to it.
Okay, being a full-timer and a part-timer, the job still applies the same.
Not really, because if you're a part-timer and you get deactivated, you're like, oh, I got my other job. I don't give a shit. If you're a full-timer, it's a lot more serious. You pay more attention to it. There's a difference. There's two differences.
I don't know. Okay, let's look at the next rating here. Hold on.
Come on now.
I don't know. Quality rate. See, the quality rating I think is retarded. That very high. See, I'm very high on that. Let's see.
What is that?
Let's see. Orders with major issues, -3% per order. Orders with minor issues, -1% per order. So
shopping orders or fast food orders?
It just says orders. It doesn't say shopping, or it doesn't say.
Well, I don't think I have it like that on my phone.
Well, you don't have that rating, quality rate?
And shopping?
Well, no, it's on your, when you go into your rating to check your gold status, go to your ratings. It's in your ratings.
All right, let me go to my ratings.
Okay, and it should say quality rate. It's right above customer rating.
Okay, let me open up my DoorDash. Let me go to ratings. I have overall acceptance rate, completion rate, on time, customer rating, deliveries in less 30 times. No, I have no quality rating.
So you don't have the quality rating. See, I do. So
Wait a minute. How can you have a different DoorDash app than mine?
I don't know. I just upgraded my DoorDash. I just did a thing on my upgrade.
What the fuck?
Okay, so here, let's look at the shopping. Let's look at my shopping. Original items found, 100%.
Wait. Let me check mine.
Total items found, 100%.
Original items found, 91.
Okay, I got 100%.
Okay. Total items found,
100%.
96.
Substitution issues, 0%. Items with quality issues, 0%.
0%.
Items that were wrong and missing, 0%.
0%.
Lifetime shopping orders, 10 orders. Of the 10 shopping orders.
900.
Okay, so
we're even on the substitution issues, items with quality issues, items that were wrong. Those are all 0%.
Yep.
So the only issue I have, it's still a good rating. I got 91 on the original items found because of my market. It's a mess. The total items found, 96%, which is a very good rating. It's not perfect, but it's very good.
Okay, so it's good.
Why am I a bad shopper?
So I'm just saying, so that rating says that you're a good shopper, right? If that rating wasn't there, we wouldn't know if you were a good shopper.
Yeah, but Instacart is making me the double.
I'm not talking to Instacart. We're talking DoorDash. We're not
I
talking.
understand that. But I'm changing a little bit the subject about another topic we had previously. The Instacart wants to paint me the villain.
Hey,
should I start? And my Uber Eats shopping is fucking good too.
I should
very good.
Okay, so Instacart's your problem.
Yeah, but you said, you have the issue and you're trying to blame Instacart. No, I have evidence. DoorDash, I'm good. I'm very good. I'm not excellent. I'm very good.
In my opinion,
yeah, your opinion, Roy. Yeah, rainbows and unicorns. Yeah,
I did the video. There was 2 items that you could have picked up out of those 4. There was 2 there that you could have picked up out of those 4. So you had the 2 items right there in front of you. You didn't pick them up. I know you. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to hear that, but
no. If you want me to tell you about you being blind as a bat with reading the fucking Tostitos, we can go there.
No, you're the one that got hooked.
Son of a bitch! You got hooked on. You don't let Dino get the upper hand. No,
you got hooked on the label. You got hooked on the label. You didn't see the one with the label that you were looking for.
No, if we do it, it's fine. But if Dino does it, it's wrong. Hey, come on, say it. Tell it.
No, because the medium chunky salsa you were looking for was right next to the mild you were looking for.
You want to bring up old wounds? Let's go. Okay, you guys said that the 2 salsas you should have known the 2 different labels. You should have known there's a difference there. Okay, then that logic applies with the Tostitos. There's 2 different labels, but they happen to be the same. Yeah. What the fuck? The logic is no logic anymore. Your point is invalid.
When you say it's not. No, it's not. Because just because it's a different.
You're saying the 2 labels for the salsas are different.
No, see, that's where you're wrong, Dino. Just because it has a different label, it still says medium chunky salsa on it. Still says medium chunky salsa. Just because it has a different label, that's irrelevant. As long as it says medium chunky salsa, that's what you were looking for.
With a different color label and with added description on it, that I'm not aware that all that stuff was in.
If you do research,
they're going to see it the same.
Tostitos uses their lids as the determination of what salsa is what. Their lids. But it was said right there, medium, chunky salsa. That's the medium chunk. Just because it doesn't have the label that you're looking at doesn't mean it's not the same product. That's why you should scan the shit. Scan them.
Yeah, but the app is showing me a green label medium.
Yeah.
And you're seeing a red one without the extra description on it. It looks different from what it looks in the picture. No, but in other pictures, you're saying the salsa has different. I mean, the salsa water has different picture of the other. So obviously, they're two different products.
No, they're not. They're just
What?
two different
Didn't you argue that the salsa water Value Pack 3 has a different color from the Value Pack 2? Just by the colors alone, you can tell there's a difference?
Yeah.
Well, with that logic, that wouldn't that apply with the Tostitos fucking bottles?
No.
It's one different color with the other? There you go.
No,
There you
because
We can never win this fucking argument.
no, because they're the same fucking lids.
Because you know that. I don't know that. I don't know the ingredients of fucking salsa. To me, it looks like a different product. I don't eat fucking tortilla chips like you do.
I don't eat that shit either.
I never bought fucking Tostitos ever.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you?
Never, Esther. You said it's common sense. Everybody knows that it's tomatoes, jalapenos, onions in the fucking
Dude,
salsa.
you're saying it has a red label. It has a green fucking label on it. What are you talking about? That label's green.
The picture has like a red and white label on
Yeah,
it.
because that's called tomatoes and onions and jalapenos on the picture.
Oh, the picture says it. How am I supposed to know that?
Because what is it? What are they? What? How do you know that? Because what are the pictures of? Tomatoes, jalapenos, and onions. But it's still a green label.
Is that all they have? Wait a minute. Is that all they have in the salsa?
What do you mean? Is that all they have?
They don't have bell peppers in there?
Oh, I don't know what the fuck they have in it, but
Oh, so it can't be only tomatoes, jalapeno, and onions only in it. There's got to be some other stuff.
but you didn't. But you were looking at the. But you were looking at the fucking mild that says made with tomatoes, jalapenos, and onions. Well, on the picture there, it has tomatoes, onions, and jalapenos. The same picture as the other one has. It just doesn't say made with. Same shit. Just doesn't say made. And it's a green label.
It's real.
And it's a green. No, we already discussed that. There's no fucking fake tomatoes.
No, they could be GMO. You said not all the vegetables, but we found out there are some vegetables that they are GMO. We did find. We did that the other day, Roy. You were there. We did. You said none of the vegetables are GMO. Then we found out there are.
Okay. My question is, when you were there shopping, did you see that bottle of medium chunky salsa there?
In the picture of the app or on the shelf?
No, on the shelf. When you were shopping, did you see those bottles right there?
They were there, but I was looking at the green.
So you saw the bottles that said medium chunky salsa, but because it didn't have the right label, you chose to ignore it. Correct?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just pick one up and scan it to see if it was the right product?
Because it looks different from the picture that's in the app.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. If you would have scanned it, the barcode is going to be the same, even though the picture is different. The barcode's still going to be the same, right?
I don't know that. To me, it looks like a different product.
Well, that's why I say, why didn't you just? Why didn't you just?
Familiar with it, like
so
you
why
are.
Why didn't you just scan it?
Because I'm not familiar that product. It looks different to me. I would have scanned it if it was familiar to me. Then I would have scanned it.
Well, it says medium.
Familiar to me.
It says medium.
Like a different product.
It says medium chunky salsa on it. So what more does it have to say?
The right color label and the right description on it. I don't want to see pretty pictures. I want a description on it. I don't know what's in it.
It has the right color label on it. It's green, and it has tomatoes, onions, and jalapenos on it.
Well, bring up the other picture and compare it. See what it looks like.
Oh, the mild. Do you want me to bring up the mild?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. And if you notice, the mild one has the same fucking label. Here you go. The mild. Same.
No, it's not the right one.
It's just a different label. I'm telling you, it's just a different label.
You need to bring up the old label, the old picture that was on my app. You
want me to bring up the one that says made with.
Yeah, exactly. And the chunky salsa is in the transparent letters too.
Okay,
the whole thing looks fuking different on the fucking.
Here you go. Still a green label.
There you go. Look how different that looks compared to the other one.
It doesn't matter. It says the same
thing. It doesn't matter. It looks like a whole different fucking salsa.
Mild chunky salsa. Mild chunky salsa. The other one said medium chunky salsa.
Yeah, but the mild one says made with real jalapeno tomatoes and onions. The other one doesn't say that. And me not knowing what the ingredients are in fucking salsa, because I don't eat that shit.
This
It's like a different fucking salsa.
This proves my point. The labels change all the time. There's a different mild chunky salsa label. They just changed the labeling. It has nothing to do with what's inside it. As long as it says chunky salsa.
Yeah, but the labels change all the time. I understand that, but they didn't change the labels on all the different varieties that the flavors that they have.
It just depends. Whatever they get is what they get. It's whatever they get. They might get the.
I know. Next time I know to do that, but before I didn't know that. But that logic applies with the salsa water too. You say, oh, the colors. If they're different, it's a different fucking thing. But it's not. It's the same shit then. So
no, it's different.
You can easily be confused with that logic then.
No, you can't. Because in the pictures, it shows it's not just the bottles themselves, it's the actual box. You can see the box.
Where's it say in the picture on my phone? Well, you have a screenshot. Where does it say Variety Pack 3?
Okay, hold on. I'm getting there.
Variety.
Hold on, let me get it. Hold on.
So you can actually say that maybe that's a new box of the Variety Pack 2.
Hold on, let me get there. I'm finding it.
I did this the other day with Alex because they have this circle with arrows on it, and it's covering up the word 3 on the fucking picture, and that's why you cannot tell if it says 3 or not.
Okay, here. It's right there. One's got a red top and one's got a yellow top.
No, forget the top. Where does it say Variety Pack 3 on the box?
It says right there, Variety Pack number 2.
Yeah, see that?
And right there is going to be Variety Pack number 3. It says right.
Where does it say Variety Pack 3? Where?
It says right there on the top, right here on the red labels. You can
look at it. Look at it. It says variety only. It says variety. Look at it.
Okay. Then what is
look
that?
Right now. No, look at that. You see that circle with the arrows? It's covering up number 3.
Okay, that doesn't matter. When you look at it.
If I can't read where it says number 3, how am I supposed to know if it's Variety Pack 3, man?
First of all, calm down. And
if they change
why did you look for the box with the red label on it?
Because it could be a new box, an updated box that it doesn't exist anymore.
But if you would have looked, you would have seen it's totally different. It would have been a different variety, correct?
And that's the problem with the manufacturers. They keep changing fucking stuff every fucking month, every week.
It's two different things. Look at the bottles. One has.
It doesn't matter. The box could be different because it's an updated box.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No. But it could be the case because you can't see the Variety 3. The number 3.
But look, you can tell the drinks are different. That has purple. That has purple drinks.
It doesn't matter. They can change the box, the colors.
Oh, come on, Dino. Come on. You could.
So the little circle that's on the Variety Pack 3. There's a little circle with 2 arrows facing away from each other.
But you don't even have to see You don't even have to see where it says Pack 3.
All right. If I don't see the 3, how do I know that says 3? And if I can see the 2,
oh my God, it doesn't matter. You look for the box with the red.
It could be 4. It could be Variety Pack 4. How do you know it's 3?
Okay, hold on. You look for the box with the red top.
How do you know it's 3? Because you went online, Roy. You went online and did a research.
No,
I don't do that when you do shopping. You don't go on websites trying to cross-reference and everything. We don't got time for that shit.
No, but if I got a picture of what I'm supposed to pick up, I look for that fucking item in the picture.
It says variety. That's all you see on the picture of the box, the Variety Pack 3. All you see on it, it says variety. It could be 1, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. By the way, they didn't have the Variety Pack 3 anyways.
Okay, just so you know, hold on. Let me get this. Just so you know, every variety has a different color top on the box. Look. You got this one, green. Green is Variety Pack. Variety Pack 1 is green. Variety Pack 3 is red. Then you have the Variety 24 pack, which is purple. Then you have the orange one or the yellow one, which is Variety Pack 2, which is the yellow one. So they all you gotta do is find the one with the right picture, the right top. They all have them.
I'm going to remember all that now when I go tomorrow and pick up a salsa water. I'm going to remember all that now.
And then they have the
I
variety.
got to pick up a million products. I'm going to remember each what color it's. I'm going to smack you right with a baseball bat from Louisville.
But bro, you're not
From
doing
Louisville. From fucking Louisville, Kentucky.
Dino, you don't have to remember all that. All you have to do is look at the picture and look at the box that has the red top.
All right.
There's the one with the red top.
All the thousands of products, I've got to look at all the colors and all the boxes and all that. Come on now. The description is what helps, Roy. 100%.
If that's what it takes, buddy, you have to do that.
The description should say you picked up 2 and the one you need to pick up 3. That will clarify what the picture is missing the number. It would have clarified it in the description. But they didn't do that. So that's why I told you, I give you a half a point.
But Dino, you have the picture there to choose from. You look at the boxes on the shelf and you look, okay, I need the one with the red top. That's the one you grab. It doesn't matter.
That's all they had was Variety Pack 2. That's all they had over there on the shelf.
Okay, then that's all they had. Then they didn't have it.
How am I supposed to know? There's other ones there to compare it with. What it says. It also says new. It says new. The Variety Pack 2 doesn't say anything that it's a new box.
You're telling me your grocery store only has one variety of White Claw?
No, they have that. It runs out. I told you, this store runs out of shit. Guess what? I was on Necros Live yesterday, and just for kicks, I went back to the supermarket, and I'm like, let's see if they have the smoked cheddar. They had it. It was fucking there. And then look at the pizzas. They had the pizzas too. So it was that day when I went there. They didn't have those 2 items. That's all.
Well, okay. My question is, why did you? Okay, when you did your Cheez-Its video, why did you skip over a whole row of Cheez-Its?
I didn't skip a whole row of Cheez-Its.
Yes, you did.
Where do you see that?
On your video, when you did your video, you skipped over the whole row of Cheez-Its because the smoked Gouda was there on the second shelf down. They had smoked Gouda. Why didn't you?
Smoked cheddar.
No, but I'm saying, why did you skip the shelf that had the smoked Gouda on it?
No, I was going around with the phone like that because I'm getting pushed from behind too. At the same time, people, But I went back. I think I scanned it back there again.
Nope, not in your video. You did not.
I'll double check it. But anyways, the smoked cheddar, you can watch Necros Live. It was on the top.
Okay.
The very top row. Okay. That's where it is. Okay. So if the original video doesn't show that I skipped the top row, that's where it is anyway. So it doesn't matter.
I did. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because they might have put them up there this time, but maybe they were on the second row the first.
Yeah, they have the labels, Roy. They don't. The labels have to be.
I'm just busting your balls because it's like you skipped that row for a reason. I'm just busting your balls, bro.
You're trying to find reasons to get on the third base. Not happening.
I'm just busting your balls, bro.
You're trying to get a home run, but you're stuck on third base. That's what it's all about.
No, it's not.
It is
because there was 2.
You're trying to get that home run with the argument.
Because out of the 4 items you used as examples of what they didn't have, they had 2 of the items. So
I give you a half a point on the salsa water and a half a point on the Tostitos. That's it. That's all you get.
No, I get full points on the Tostitos.
No, I give you a half.
Well, I get full points on the Tostitos.
You should get that teddy bear from the.
And I get a full point on the Happy Hibiscus, bro. I get a full point on that too.
No, the Happy Hibiscus, I can substitute it because I can substitute a totally wrong item, but something that only there was a weight issue. It would say look for other options. So that's wrong on Instacart, and you don't get the point on that.
No, because I already did the research and I showed you.
It doesn't. It's not about you. It's about Instacart refused it and said look for other options. That's wrong on Instacart 100%. When I picked up the cucumbers, it says cucumbers, pears, and pickles. The fuck is that? Some exotic fucking shit. Totally wrong. The weight was wrong. The price was wrong. The brand was wrong. And I substituted it. But you tell me the hibiscus that only had, it was too small. It tells me I cannot substitute it. Look for other options. That's the best fucking option there is.
No, there
It's
wasn't.
only a little smaller.
No, because the actual product you needed was sitting right there on the shelf already.
Even if it was there, I can substitute that smaller size.
Well, apparently you can't.
I can't do everything on a supermarket. It's a fucking glitch on the fucking Instacart app.
Okay, but if you would have went and scanned the right one, you would have never had to worry about scanning any.
You don't even know that happened because I haven't scanned it. It could have said shenanigans on it.
But if
You
you
don't
would
even
have,
know that.
if you would have scanned the right one, you wouldn't have had any issues.
That's if.
Because the barcode
It's
is
fact, Roy. It's if. It's if.
no. The barcodes are the same. I already showed that in my video. The barcodes are the same.
It's not the same because you look at the barcodes on the website, not
Oh
the
my
actual product that was sitting on that particular
Oh my
store and that shelf.
Oh my
You don't
God.
even know that.
Dino, the barcodes are going to be the same on the bottles if it's in their website. It's going to be the same.
No, it ain't.
Oh my God.
Labels change all the time.
See, once again, why don't you pick them up and scan them to make sure next time?
I showed you the fucking cucumbers were totally wrong and then accepted.
Well, you didn't show me anything about the cucumbers. I don't know.
You have that. I have that in the fucking video. The fucking cucumbers were totally wrong and then accepted.
Okay. What were you trying to substitute cucumbers with?
Some exotic fucking thing and they accepted it where it's not supposed to. It's just the item is totally wrong.
Okay. I don't know what item were you trying to get and it accepted.
The one that shows on the bottom, Roy, it's right there in the video. It shows you the two items are right there.
What video?
You're looking at it right now.
No, I'm looking at my live stream. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, what was that sound I heard?
Oh, that was my live stream on my speaker.
Oh, I thought you were looking at the actual video of the. Yeah.
No.
Oh, in the video that I had, it shows the actual cucumbers that I need to pick up, and then you look at the one that I scanned because that's the only thing that's left there. It's totally fucking alien. It's out of this fucking world, and he accepted it.
Yeah, Zachary, you're blue now.
But the hibiscus, it's not that much of a difference. The only difference is just it's too small. But everything else is the same. That's more acceptable than what I picked up with the pickles. And the same thing with the baby spinach. It said too small. The same thing with the hibiscus. It said too small. But the baby spinach, it accepted it. But the hibiscus too small, it did not. That's bullshit. That's a glitch on the fucking app.
Well, no, maybe it has something to do with the products themselves. Maybe different products is different. I don't know. Maybe they're more lenient when it comes to the vegetables versus.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, Roy. The description is not that. It's not physics. When it says too small, that's the only issue. It's too small or too large. It can go through. Because those are the only three options that I put in there. As far you know, that there's more options, but I'm showing Instacart three options, and all that Instacart knows, that's it. You know that there's more, but at that time, Instacart knows that there's no other options because this is what I'm giving you, Instacart, and you tell me all three are wrong. It's impossible. It's impossible that the small hibiscus cannot be substituted for the large one.
Well, technically, well, it also depends. It depends on the money because one is $25 and one is $15. Maybe it has something to do with the pricing because one was so much more than the other. They didn't want that big of a discrepancy in the price. Could that be a problem?
The exotic fucking cucumbers were more money than the original one. Better let it through.
Okay, but they can charge the customer more versus giving the customer a refund, right?
No, it's the way they do substitutions. It's not some of this, like Bobby said, 50% of the time it will go through, and other times 50% of those times does not go through. It's a glitch in their app. It can't be one day you accept it, the next day you don't. Make up your mind.
But like Necro is saying they give you a range. So maybe it's a range thing. Maybe if it's similar product and it's in the price range of an extra $5, they'll accept it. Maybe if it's a certain product and it's in the range of.
I got an order today from Instacart that it does actually say something else. It'll say price too high. So they do have a lot of definitions, man. It's not like they left out the definitions.
Okay, But that's just part of the process of doing these apps. You got to deal with some fucked up shit every now and then. It happens. Nothing can be perfect.
Yeah, but when you compare that to DoorDash, if Roy wants, let's say, orange, I can actually take a lemon and pass it as an orange. I can do that on DoorDash. And I can do that on Uber Eats. You know that?
Yeah, but why would you do that?
You know that?
Then you would get a bad mark. Then you would get in trouble.
That's not the point. The point is I can substitute anything I want. I can't do it with Instacart. It's up to Instacart.
Well, that's because DoorDash and Uber Eats are goofy anyways. They don't care. They just
they're goofy, huh? No,
well, they're goofy. We already know they're goofy. I've said they're goofy 100 million times. And they don't care about the customers. They don't care about you. They don't care about nothing but their own.
No, there's a little common sense between DoorDash and Uber Eats because they know that it's impossible, especially when it comes to produce, it's impossible to get the exact thing.
Well, maybe. It depends on if they have it or they don't have it. I don't know.
Like today, I had to pick up Roma tomatoes, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The app says Roma tomatoes sunshine on the app.
Okay.
When I go to the supermarket, the only Roma tomatoes they have and always have, because there's no more space over there. That's the only section that they have, and I go to that supermarket every fucking day. It's the same Roma tomatoes. It's the same price, and the only thing that says on the tag says Roma tomatoes. But in the app, it says Roma tomatoes sunshine.
Okay.
There is no Roma. There's no sunshine. It's just
okay. We already made the fact that packaging changes. So
no, you know, Roma tomatoes are not in the package. They're individual. They're loose.
Okay, so why don't you just pick up the Roma tomatoes and scan them?
You can't. There's no label on it. It's individual tomatoes. There's nothing on it.
There's no little like sticker on the tomatoes.
No, none of them.
Yeah. Okay, so how are you supposed to know? How are you supposed to do it then? So you pick up a certain.
It was a DoorDash order, so I could. So what I did was, it says I need to pick up 3/4. So I waited. It was like, I think I got 4 of them. So I waited on the scale. No, actually I had 5 in there. Put on the scale was 1 pound. I took 1 off. Ended up being 3/4. Then all I ask you in the app, item found. How much was the weight? 3/4, and it passed it through.
Okay.
Without scanning.
You still picked up the right product, the Roma tomatoes.
Well, I didn't pick up. It's a Roma tomato, but it's not a Roma tomato sunshine.
What? Okay, hold on a sec. Now we got to look that up because that makes no fucking sense.
Well, so yeah, when I saw that, it didn't make any sense to me either. I'm like, these things are loose. It's not a name brand. It's a Roma tomato. It's actually the supermarket where they get it from Mexico. It comes in cases loose, and the label on it says Roma tomatoes. There is no fucking Roma tomato sunshine. Maybe in a different universe, but not in this fucking place.
Maybe that's what they used to be called.
All right, I'll give you that.
So then, just because
it's not a fact,
maybe Instacart hasn't upgraded their.
No, I told you it was a DoorDash order for this one.
But yeah, there's no fucking difference. The Roma tomato is a Roma tomato.
Exactly. I mean, what the fuck is sunshine? I'm looking at that. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Or maybe like a year ago, and they forgot to remove that label.
And now you know what. And now you know why DoorDash has drivers that go around and take pictures of the shelves, so they can update their shit because shit changes all the time. Labeling and all that shit changes.
Like I said, they need. Like I told you, you said they run it at 100%. That's your opinion. I said they run it at 70%, and it needs more time for this thing to work more efficiently.
The thing is, Dino, it's never going to run efficiently enough for gig workers.
It will. Get better. The AI, the algorithms will get more sophisticated.
Gig workers will find something to bitch about all the time. All the time. And remember, all this shit that gets added to the apps is because of fucked up gig workers have done something or done it enough times that they've had to implement something to fix something that the fucked up Dashers do. That's all it is. That's all it is. You have to go through all these extra hoops because DoorDashers have fucked up and fucked up enough that they have to change something. So it's always the DoorDash. I'm sorry, but gig workers are their own worst enemies, bro. They are.
Yeah, but now what you're saying is that it's all on the bad, like you say, like all drivers are bad.
No, I'm not saying all
drivers
drivers.
are
I said gig workers are their own worst enemies.
There's some. Like I said, there's bad drivers and good drivers.
That means bad drivers make it harder for good drivers. That's what that means. That doesn't mean you're a bad driver. That just means
you're a clean slate. It doesn't make them holy and thou.
Say what?
It doesn't make the companies holy because of some bad drivers.
No, but they have to implement shit because the bad drivers have fucked it up. So they have to implement shit.
And whose fault is that when DoorDash doesn't fucking regulate the fucking hiring? They're hiring anybody off the.
But they can't vet everybody.
Willy-nilly, hiring everybody willy-nilly.
No, because they take it upon you as being your own business owner, supposedly, that you would do the right thing. DoorDash shouldn't have to babysit you guys and have to fix the app because you guys can't take your job serious enough. I'm not saying you, I'm just saying.
Yeah, in general, I understand what you're saying.
And that's any job. You can hire anybody that's a fucking turd and they don't work out for your business.
No, really. In the private sector, that when they hire people, they sit them down, they look them right in the eye. The owner's right there. If he sees something that is off, we'll give you a call. Never call him.
Well, that's funny because my company,
who's going to be a good driver or not.
My company does background checks. My company does in-person interviews, and we still get fuck-ups that last 2 days. So it's just part of the hiring process. You're never going to be able to find 100 perfect. You're never going to find a perfect DoorDash driver or the app that has all drivers that are perfect. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But in order to curb issues of the bad drivers, they got to implement shit that makes the good drivers have to go through extra steps because of the shitty drivers. It is what it is.
I'm saying the apps they're working. I'm not saying they're totally bad. I'm just saying it still needs more time for them to be more efficient. That's all I'm saying.
But they're never going to get efficient enough because things are constantly changing. And as long as things are constantly changing, they're never going to be efficient enough because they have to try to catch up with the things that are changing, like the chunky salsa issue, because they didn't catch up with the pictures. We had it. Well, that was Instacart, but Instacart's the same thing. Just because they have different pictures than the actual product has pictures, you get the instances with the mild and chunky salsa. So they're never going to be able to be 100% efficient because everything changes. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's never going to happen.
Well, they need to stop making 1,000 varieties for the same fucking product. How about that? There's no room. The supermarket is saying we don't know where to put this shit.
And that's another thing. We didn't do a review on that one. What the fuck? Everybody likes different tastes, bro. They got to make products that people will buy, and that if the Oreos only made one Oreo, they would never sell enough Oreos. They got to sell enough Oreos that everybody's. Same with Pop-Tarts. Nobody just wants to eat cherry Pop-Tarts. They want strawberry Pop-Tarts. They want blueberry Pop-Tarts. They want
it's that, but it's not moving. The only thing that's missing is the cherry one. The other shit is full all day.
Well,
because I'm in the supermarket all day. It's not moving.
That just means the people in Arizona like cherry fucking Pop-Tarts, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I gave you the reason why.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, but to say because the store runs out of a specific product.
No, I gave you. You saw the video?
Yeah, I saw the video.
You remember the part that I said, what, they all got the same mother and father?
But it doesn't matter. It
just their cousins and what is fucking village? There you go. That's your explanation right there.
Your theory behind that whole video was because they did not have the specific Pop-Tart you were looking for. It's the manufacturer's fault for making all the rest.
Not only they didn't have that specific flavor, they had all the other millions of flavors there, sitting there, and it's not moving.
Okay.
If you're only selling cherry Pop-Tarts in this area, just Make 20 rows of cherry Pop-Tarts, and all you're gonna make money because that's all they buy.
But that's not necessarily true. Products change all the time, dude. Like maybe
yeah, they change, but they still want the smoked cheddar. That's why it wasn't there.
Okay, well, maybe
it's
they
running
want-
out all the time.
Yeah, but maybe next week all the frosted strawberry will be gone because everybody.
No, it's forever and ever. Smoked
Yeah.
cheddar, cherry Pop-Tarts, and peach fucking frozen peach fucking event. That's all the time. It's the same shit over and over again.
It just
So
doesn't
buy
matter.
more of that and less of the other shit.
Well, they can't predict that. There's no way of predicting
All
that.
right, they should hire me. They should hire me. And I can predict it for them.
They can't predict. They can't predict that 1 week they're going to sell more cherry Pop-Tarts than they did blueberry. There's no way for the store to know that. There's no way for the store to know that.
No, there's no way for
So if they order 20,
the
if they
customer.
order 24
The
boxes,
manufacturers, the manufacturers, they don't know that.
well, no, because they
Well,
don't.
they tell the manufacturers, but they don't.
It's the store that orders the food. So if the store ordered 25 boxes of cherry Pop-Tarts and 25 boxes of frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts, there's no way the store is going to know that, oh, the 25 fucking cherries are going to.
Oh, they know, but they don't. You know what they told me?
They're not gonna know that.
I was there. I was there with the supermarket, and I was at Kohl's. You guys have a Kohl's in Vegas?
Yes.
Okay. I went to Kohl's, and I told them. 2 associates were there and the manager. So I told them, every time I come to Kohl's, you guys know that the men's universal size is it is between 30 and 34, but the majority of size of men is 32 to 34. And you know you guys always run out, and you have tons of 40 size, 45 for big people. I'm not trying to say that Roy's big or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I want a size 38, just so you know.
Yeah. But the most popular, and they agree to it, and they have the charts over there, and they say, yeah, they agree to it too. The 32 and 34 is the most selling size for men
Okay.
on average. And I said, why you guys don't have more, get more of that so you never run out? It says,
They probably do.
this is the answer. This is the answer they gave me. It says, yeah, that is the right way to do it. But they have a list, and the list never changes. And it's always, no matter what size of pants it is, they order 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. It's always one number. It's the same forever and ever.
Yeah.
They don't order more of one and less of the other. They order the same number, which means that size will always run out. They'll never fix it. And then you go there, they'll have 300 pants from like 40 and up, and it's just sitting there, and it's going up to the fucking roof because they don't stop buying the 40. You have enough for the next year.
Well, maybe because people are getting fatter and they want to make sure.
No, they told me it's that they have a fixed number and always keep it like that, and they do that in the supermarkets too.
Okay.
Even when the supermarkets know that this product, even at Sprouts, even when they see a product that sells more than the other, they always keep the same number.
Yeah.
What they buy every week.
Yeah, that's because they probably have that shit budgeted. They probably have the budget, and that's probably why they do it all like that. It doesn't change up their budget.
But you're still saving money, you know, if you're buying less from the other. So you're subtracting from one side and adding to the other, so you're evenly paying the money evenly. It's just you're getting more of one size and less on the other. This way you never run out of the main product that's selling the most. If it makes sense.
But you're just having to go on a bad shopping day and they don't have it. You're
It's every day, Roy. Every day I see what sells
I
most.
go to Walmart and I can't find my size in pants sometimes. You might go to that Kohl's and then go to a different Kohl's and they have your size.
Listen to this. If
Not
I
every
sell
store-
90% in my store, Dino builds a store. And I sell 90% Coca-Cola and 10% of Pepsi. I'll totally remove the Pepsi. I don't care about the 10% of the customers.
Okay,
'Cause
well
I
then that's a bad idea because
I'll never have an unhappy 90% of the customers will never be unhappy. If
That's
I go
not
for
true. That's not true. You might lose customers because that
From the
customer
website.
Because that customer
website.
might come in for Pepsi and end up staying buying all kinds of other stuff.
No, they'll buy the Coke.
Or in my case, if I walk in a store and I see they don't have Diet Mountain Dew, I walk right out the store and I go to the store. And if I find Diet Mountain Dew, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, all from the same store, because I don't like going to different stores all the time for different things.
You know how many times I do that here for myself?
Well, I'm just saying that's how I do it. If I walk in and I don't see one of the products I'm looking to buy there, I'll just go to a different store that has.
I have to do this every day here, man. I can only get my water on this place, but I can't get what to eat in this place. I have to go to the other place. I'm like, why can't you all just buy this stuff in one place so Dino doesn't have to go storehouse?
Because you sound like an entitled lefty right now, because you think, all these stores got to have what I need when I need it.
Well, it's a popular item that they should have. It's not anything exotic that I'm.
Well, if it's a popular item, that means they're going to sell out of it. And just because you picked the wrong day to go shopping when they ran out, doesn't mean that they're not doing that.
No, they don't carry it at all. They don't carry it at all. Actually, the Icelandic water, they had it at the supermarket there. And then out of nowhere, and it's a very popular selling water, all of a sudden they discontinued it. Now I can get my cookies from this supermarket, but I can't get my water from there. So I can only get my cookies there. Enough of the water, I go to a different supermarket. That's fucking bullshit.
It happens.
It's like you said with the Diet Mountain Dew.
It happens.
I mean, you guys had it. Why you guys removed it? Totally.
Well, no, sometimes they run out of Diet Mountain Dew, and I just.
Well, they discontinued the water, so I can never get it ever and ever now.
Well, they discontinued it. Well, maybe it wasn't as good as you think it was.
Nah, these people don't know how to do inventory, in my opinion.
Well, you got a lot. Well, it sounds to me like instead of bitching about the apps, you have a lot of jobs you could go apply for that you're better at than gig work.
Because I've been to other states and I see the inventories at other states and supermarkets. They got it down to a T. Especially in New York, you go to one supermarket, they got almost everything. Any kind of water that you want, any milkshake you want, any this, any vegetable you want, any shampoo you want, any hand soap you want. They got all the brand, everything is there. Here in this town here in Arizona, you're like, oh, you'd be lucky if they got half of this shit. The other half is across the street. So you got every day I gotta hop from one supermarket to the next supermarket to the next supermarket. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, how about
Then I discontinued the Western Union check. Oh, we don't do Western Union checks anymore from this place anymore. I mean, what the fuck's going on here? I used to go to one supermarket and do everything, and I got to go to 3 supermarkets to do my shit. That's not bullshit. That's why the Instacart is not working that good here.
It's part of life, bro. Shit happens. Things change. Everything changes.
That's why I don't like the area here like that when it comes to like shopping here. I don't like it.
First of all, you live in the land of the lost.
Well, yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah,
you live in the middle of fucking nowhere. So.
And in addition, it's a rated G town too.
Yeah. Do you often see Frank Slope out there? Deputy Frank Slope pulling people over. Do you ever see him out there?
Deputy Frank Slope sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a traffic guy that works out in that area.
Well, you know him?
Well, I watch his YouTube videos.
Oh, you do?
And he's out there in Casa Grande giving out tickets all the time. So.
Trust me, I cannot afford a ticket, so I drive like what I'm supposed to drive like.
Yeah, they seem kind of strict on their ticketing.
Yeah, I can't afford fucking tickets. Not right now.
Hey, but in other good news, I got a $189 flashlight today for only $35.
All right, show us. Where's the flashlight?
Oh, you want to see it?
Well, you're talking about it's right there. Might as well.
Well, fuck, dude. I'm just letting you know I found a great deal on Facebook Marketplace.
Well, get Necro on you.
Maybe you can find your Icelandic water on Facebook Marketplace.
Fucking son of a bitch. I'll get Bobby at you. Don't make me call Bobby for you.
Oh, no.
Bobby will kick your ass.
Bobby's mad at you because you call him a bad name.
And if Bobby can't do it, I'll get Alex and Bobby. You know? If it takes 2.
Yeah.
We get 2.
Yeah, my new flashlight. Yeah.
Man, that's tiny.
Yeah. But
How many watts is that? Holy shit, that's like daytime.
yep.
Wow.
Tiny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking bright. How much was that?
Well, it's normally $189, but I got it up. But somebody had it on Facebook Marketplace, brand new, for only $35.
Wow. I wish I had it.
Man, Facebook Marketplace, you can find all kinds of good stuff.
Necro, I'm definitely going to go to your market and with a baseball bat for that statement right there. Son of a bitch.
I was gonna say these are for the
Fucking stupid fucking.
He needs to get some glasses. I think
Get out of Dodge, Alex. Get out of Dodge.
I think some glasses would help too.
Yeah, Roy. It says, what does it say? Sup cheddar, right? Smoke cheddar?
Yeah. Right.
How many times you have to read that fucking label? Shit happens.
Okay. Yeah, but it's. I would have been looking at the pictures anyways and doing it. I would have. If they don't have it, they just don't have it, bro.
Yeah, you know how many.
But they still had two of the products, and you still overlooked them. So
you know how many Necro makes and Alex in his market? He doesn't make videos, so we'll never know.
Oh no, he makes good money in his. He's in Chicago area.
Yeah, but he makes mistakes, so he doesn't advertise it.
Well, no, everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes in my W-2 job. I don't make videos about it. Like there's been times when we sell mozzarella sticks now, and I'll misread it and think it says French fries, and I'll put French fries instead of mozzarella sticks.
Well, am I that strong that Alex needs to get 2 pit bulls to be ready when I show up over there with a baseball bat? 2 pit bulls, not 1. 2 pit bulls. Damn. I'm scary as fuck then. Worse than Joe Pesci.
He says, I'm not making videos on apps because I don't care to educate the uneducated, not paid enough. Gotcha.
What does that mean, Alex? You're like the philosopher, like
Did you see Pedro's new video?
Yeah, I gotta be honest and say that, yeah, kind of the stuff I agree with.
See, they're talking all that mad shit now.
No, I'm honest with shit. I always say that. If I agree to it, it's positive, I'll bring it out. If it's negative, negative.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Can you take 2 dogs with a bat? No, I carry other things besides the bats. I carry other things. I carry special tools for.
I think we scared Pedro, and that's why he came out with a positive video.
I don't know. I don't talk shit about Pedro that often, so that's a you and Torque thing. You just can't let the man be alone and do his thing.
No, when I hear some positive stuff, I'm bringing it out. But a lot of the stuff is like it's overboard, and I think it's sending the wrong message to especially the new drivers.
But okay, well, tell me, what is he saying that is not good for new drivers? What does he say that's not good for new drivers?
The whole thing with the metric system that we discussed. He's saying that it needs to be there. That it's wrong to remove it.
Well, he said it needs to be there because obviously, if it's there, it gives the new drivers an opportunity to get into higher tiers and stuff like that.
No, that's what you're saying. What he said, his definition, what he said on the video is that it's all about the pen, the pen.
Yeah,
the orders.
It is about the pay, though.
No, not the pay, the pen, the proximity.
No, he said that had to do with something Rideshare Rodeo said. That,
yeah, about the pen with the matrix and the rating system.
They don't want the metrics in Colorado. They just want it closest to the pin or some shit like that. Which means you could be the worst fucking driver in the world, but because you're the closest one to, let's say, a $1,000 catering order, that they'll give it to you instead of give it to the good driver that has good metrics. That's his point. You don't see where the metrics, would work to the advantage of the company in that case, that they would prefer a good driver that has good metrics to trust them with $1,000 worth of catering food versus some jerk off to just start it.
Yeah, but in reality, they're letting the bed drivers, which they know this thing is going on, downloading fake accounts. And the companies know that this is going on. And Pedro made a video talking about that same thing, that the companies do know that this is going on
Yeah,
TikTok.
but I don't think they're selling fake catering apps. They're not doing that.
No, what we saw was Instacart app, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Walmart Spark. Maybe the ones deliver that too. I don't
You
know.
also got to remember, at some point, they're going to catch on to those and deactivate them anyways. So,
Well, Pedro made the video about that a while ago, months ago, and said that these companies, DoorDash and Uber Eats, they know about these illegal accounts, but
yeah.
they're not taking any action to correct it. So I mentioned that in my video too.
Well, I'm sure they do some action. At some point, they end up deactivating it or something like that, but they can't stop people from doing it. It's not like they going to send out the Uber police to go catch these people. They
It's on social media. They can file lawsuit and say, "Look, you're ruining my business."
well,
TikTok can get sued. Instagram can get sued. Facebook can get sued.
not technically. They probably can't.
It's a copyright. It's like it's my product. That's a copyright name, DoorDash. How can you sell a copyright? DoorDash name is copyrighted, and you put it on Facebook and you're trying to sell it like it's a legit, like it's coming from the main company, which is not. It's illegal. It's black market shit.
I don't know.
They can sue the pants out of fucking Facebook.
Yeah, but see, they're not going to worry about that because at some point they're going to get rid of the accounts anyway. So, and just because you sue, you don't know who you're suing. You don't know who these people are. So even if you do sue them,
Well, we know the owner of Facebook.
they're still going to find a way to do it. Shit, they catch people.
What's that kid's name? That kid's name from Facebook. That he owns Facebook.
They catch people bringing in millions of dollars in drugs every day, and they still catch some, and some get away. So
What the hell's his name? What was his name?
But you don't think the metrics in some respect, depending on the app, is important?
Yeah, there. Like we mentioned this the other day. Even with Necro and Alex, we decided that only 2 or 3 is more than enough. Like the customer rating is one of them. That should be important. That should be always there. The customer rating. The other one will be, let's say, I don't know. Forgot what the other one was.
Yeah, I don't know what the quality one is. That kind of seems kind of
Like there's some in there that it's too much because we're not every order is getting picked up from a 5-star restaurant. You go into McDonald's, for crying out loud, most of the time it's McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, and Shop and Delivers.
Yeah, I don't know.
And to be honest, we don't have a 5-star here.
It is what it is. It's when you sign up for it, it's just something you got to deal with.
Restaurants here are fucking they're like chain stores, pretty much. And those that are private, the probably own restaurants, which is like family owned and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's like maybe up to a 4-star. That's something like up to a 4-star. No more than that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like you have like a very expensive, high, elegant fucking restaurants around here. Then I can understand it if you have an app like that for elites. Well, that's what the DoorDash looks like. The rating system is like for elite type of service, like for like billionaires, with all that ratings and all that. It looks like for like high places in Beverly Hills and shit. I mean, yeah, if you're doing it in Beverly Hills, it applies. Having all that shit, if you're doing deliveries in Beverly Hills. But if you're like bumfuck America, fucking dust storms and fucking cactuses in the middle of fucking nowhere, with all the goofballs around here, they only like smoked cheddar and cherry fucking Pop-Tarts. That's all they fucking eat every fucking day. And then the rest of the fucking aisle is all full every day. Full. Only one little opening. Guess what? Cherry again.
Oh, and just so you know, So if I ever, so you can, you got my back on this one. If I ever talk about rideshare, just so you know, there's my experience.
Is that Uber or Lyft?
That's Lyft.
Okay.
12,501 rides.
Yeah,
5
that's a lot of
stars.
rides. That's a lot of rides.
So if I ever talk about that, you can tell them go fuck themselves. Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, that at least, you know, you're picking up. I'm not saying it is more dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not as frustrating when it comes to like products and shit, like shopping and stuff like that. At least you're not doing that. I'm sorry,
Oh
but
shit! They're allowing me to reapply.
the back.
They're allowing me to
Flip side
reapply.
to that is that you might get some scary customer that you don't know, and shit can happen. That's the only issue with that. But other than that,
They're allowing me to reapply. Look at that.
all right, that's not bad. At least
Yeah,
you
well,
want
'cause
something else.
I'm currently deactivated.
Oh, because of what happened on the.
Yeah, my court thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
there's an issue with your background check. The company ran your background check on our behalf.
I thought it was because you hit that car that they deactivate you.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the issue of the background check.
But see, they don't.
They dismissed that incident, and now it's about the background check.
Yeah, they need to recheck it. They need to redo it. They should be doing it every year.
Yeah, but they have all that information. Why they I mean, it's so easy, man. What do they want? Fucking you do all the work and shit?
Yeah, Checker's trash, dude.
Oh, it is. It is.
Checker's trash.
Checker told Grubhub that I was driving for them for 2 years with an expired license.
Yeah.
So I told Grubhub, do you believe in this state with the traffic laws here? Got state troopers all over the place. You think I wasn't even stopped once on the highways, on the roads for 2 years?
Well, that happened.
If that's the case, so I said to Grubhub, if that's the case, that means you guys had a driver that was working for you for 2 years without a license. What does that say about you? Well, technically I didn't, but you guys, according to Checker, they're telling you that I was driving for you for 2 years with no license.
Yeah.
So how professional that is on your part, Grubhub.
Yeah, these Checkers are horrible.
Oh, because they never update their shit.
Well, like Uber. I applied one time for Uber like 5 years ago, but they said no. Your background, you came back dirty. So anytime I go back to Uber to reapply, oh, there's an issue with your background check. Motherfucker, you need to rerun my background check. Things fall off. It's like they're retarded like that.
So let's. I want to ask you something else. Did you watch the video that I sent the link to you?
No, I did. No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
did?
No. The one about the ticks?
Yeah.
No, I haven't looked at that yet.
The guy's pretty decent though.
Yeah,
The guy's a decent guy.
but yeah. So
what he did, he got into like real estate because he was just like us. He got lucky. He got into real estate. He made some money, so now he's kind of retired, semi-retired, and he's more community involved there in his community with Tennessee, and he's trying to help with issues that come arise. Wow, it's already 12 o'clock midnight. Damn.
yeah, don't you got to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I work 7 days a week. I have to.
I know. That's
that bitch.
that's the gig life for you.
I was in the 90s. I worked 4 days a week, and I had everything.
Yeah, that's why you make the millions right now.
I had 3 days off. I can go to concerts every week. I can go out every night, and I have to work only 4 days. My gas was 99 cents. I had a nice car. I had a Firebird.
Yeah.
I had a 1981 Firebird.
Yeah, next weekend I'm getting my car tinted out, so I have a nice dark tint.
And you know that the 1981 Firebird, that was the year for it. That was the year for the Firebird that it came out with less.
Let's see, what was it? In 1990, I was driving Escort, Ford Escort,
I remember that.
until it got fucking tore up in an accident.
Those shits will last though, man. Those Ford
Oh
Escorts.
yeah, the escorts were good for that. But yeah, I was sitting at an off ramp and somebody came up behind me and tore my shit up.
I also owned a Dodge Dart
Then I got a
67.
Ford Ranger, and then I traded that in and up to a Ford F-150, and I drove F-150s till shit around 2008 or so. Then I switched to a Dodge Ram. And then
I'd rather go with a 150 than a Ranger.
then my Dodge Ram went out, and I rode a motorcycle for 15 years straight. No car.
But Dodge has a bad rap on the Rams.
Oh yeah, their engines are trash.
Yeah,
A lot of new cars are trash nowadays.
yeah, all plastic and shit.
Well, then their engines are just all fucked up. You know.
Well, the rest of the car too, like the interiors, the cheaper, the seats,
Yeah.
the
I like
roof,
I like my little SUV. He's pretty cool. All right, well, I'm gonna let this go so everybody can go to bed, and I gotta go to the store and get cigarettes. I ran out.
So are we squared now? Are we squared?
No, what do you mean? Are we squared?
That when I make a video, it's not only for Roy to watch; it's for other people who are in the.
Well,
Just
yeah,
keep-
I don't assume you're making for me. I just react to them. I don't.
But you like when you're doing reaction, you're like, "Come on, Dino, that's simple. That's easy." Yeah, for us it is, but not for some other people.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking on my behalf. I'm and my viewers'
Yeah,
behalf. I'm
But
speaking
you
on
like
my
how you
viewers.
make a video like that and saying those things because it's not only for you to hear; it's for other people to hear. Who
Well,
are
no,
like,
other people, but your group of people in your channel don't even come to my channel, so they're not gonna know.
well, it's for anybody that's watching in the world.
Yeah,
Whoever comes up to the channel, if they don't know about it, it's just awareness.
yeah, well,
Because you ask you, why am I doing that? I'm doing it for awareness.
yeah, but
For
at the
people
same,
who are not aware of these things that are going on, you know, you're aware. That's fine.
but at the same time, I have to put your awareness in check and be like, I don't know about that. You know, I gotta.
Yeah, that's your opinion. So that's the thing. That's your opinion. I got my opinion. You got your opinion.
Yeah, it's always good to have a back and forth.
It doesn't make it a fact.
A different point of view.
And then you got Necro talking smack and shit over there. I'm gonna visit him one day with a fucking with a Louisville Slugger one day and cut that shit. Stop being like Scott Hall, Mr. Necro. You're picking up bad habits from Scott Hall. Actually, Scott Hall is becoming nicer. Necro is picking up the fucking trolliness.
Yeah.
Scott Hall used to be the troll. Now Alex is the troll, and Scott Hall now is the old Alex. You see what happens when time goes by? Changes, not just products, even people.
Oh, Zachary, you just called me trash, dude. Come on.
Wait, is that the same Zachary from the lounge?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Remember that Zachary? They used to come in the lounge from New Jersey. He used to have fights with us and you one time.
I have no idea.
That was like 4 years ago and shit. Oh, it could be a different Zachary. You know, it's not,
I don't know. It is what it is, man.
He's saying yes, sir. It's the same one.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember who it is.
But he used to have a face. He used to have a face. His face as a icon in the picture back then. I don't know. I still don't know if that's the same Zachary. I don't know.
I don't.
I used to have arguments with him too, and you did.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
He used to go on the Flex's. Well, it used to be the lounge.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
So Flex is never going to come out with another different type of live stream or anything?
Oh, I don't know.
He should.
Why? I don't talk to Flex anymore.
No, I'm saying on his own, he should make another one. It's not like he's not going to be so successful.
He's banned from YouTube, so I don't know.
He's banned from YouTube?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
That's something you have to discuss with him.
Oh, okay. Nobody knows. Alex won't say.
Oh no, we all know why, but it's not my place to talk about it.
Shit.
It's his deal. I have nothing to do with it. It's totally on him if he wants to discuss why he got banned. But, yeah.
Oh, look at Alex now. He's flexing his muscles. He's calling me Dino boy. Look at that! Look at that shit. Look at this little house on the prairie there.
Yeah.
Calling me Dino boy. Okay, Alex boy. You call me Dino boy, I'll call you Alex boy. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a wrap. All right,
All
man.
right. All right. I'm gonna have to let everybody go because I gotta go to the store and you guys gotta go to bed because you gotta work in the morning. I don't. I get up whenever I want.
And remember, we do Fahrenheit. We don't do Celsius.
Yeah, exactly. We're not in Canada.
Guess
exactly.
what? Half of Canada's in this fucking town here. They come here in winter. Well, they're already gone now.
Might
They
be-
leave in May. They come
maybe,
back.
maybe that's why they like all that fruity stuff that you talk about all the time.
You brought up. I should include that in my next video. You brought up a good point.
And Jonathan is saying unblock him. You got him blocked or something.
This is your live stream, not mine.
No, he has you blocked. You have him blocked on your channel, probably.
I do. Why?
I don't know. You have to ask him. I don't fucking know.
Why do I have you blocked, Jonathan?
Probably because he's a smart mouth and he likes to talk shit.
There you go. I mean, Roy. I think Roy said it best. It's got to be a reason.
There's always a reason.
Nathan is the newest troll right now on my channel.
Yeah.
Mr. Nathan. But I got a surprise from Mr. Nathan coming up.
Yeah.
My next video. Well, not
All
my
right.
very. But in the
All right,
future.
cool. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go.
All right.
Thanks for coming up, Dino. All right, guys. You guys have a great rest of the night. I don't think my next live stream will probably be on my birthday. So I might do a birthday live stream. I don't know yet. So unless I'm doing something for my birthday, who knows? So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night. See you later. Yeah.